we used to do that. Oh, goodbye. Hello, everybody.
What are you
The
doing?
green screen, I think, is not quite
It has to go that way.
Kate's rockin' John's world. Thank you. We
Ah.
haven't seen each other in 3 days, so the bar is really low for my humor.
She locked me in the basement. No, I'm just kidding. That's not funny.
It's not.
You're waiting your nice
Don't joke
new
about
car with air conditioning.
Wouldn't you be thrilled to have a basement right now?
Yeah.
It'd
Spent
it'd be
3 days
cooler.
with Grace.
How dare you? We were counting on.
I lived in a basement for a little while, and
Sure.
honestly, like, it was not so bad when
No.
it came to things like the heat.
The heat and the humidity.
But what about people doing laundry at 3 a.m. right next to where you lay your head at night?
I thankfully never encountered that.
Yeah, that didn't happen to me.
You don't do your laundry at 3 a.m. It's
Because
a rush.
if I was doing laundry, I would be up.
It's a rush.
No, it's sleep laundry doing.
What?
Yeah, like
Oh yeah, you
sleepwalking.
You sleepwalk
but
over.
yeah,
You sleep. Dryer sheet.
accidentally put yourself in the dryer. Sleep through it.
3 a.m.
It's
baby cry.
I'm clipping that.
Oh,
That?
That was enough.
Me in the dryer is amazing. Hey, thank you, Fook.
Hashtag solo boggin LARP.
No, it's okay, Claude. You just we're watching. We're watching your LARP. Just go and we're not allowed to watch actually, but like you keep playing, buddy. You keep playing and we'll have a good time.
report in when you've succeeded at the laundry desk.
Yeah, exactly.
And lots of XP.
It's nice to look over and see that Kate is subscribed to so many channels, but not this one.
Oh,
Kate's mic is off.
Did
What?
Give you $5?
No.
it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, Kate, if you could just leave it on the table, yeah.
Pockets unallowed.
Try it again, Kate.
Yeah, no, you're straight up not connected. Check her transmitter.
I will.
Or receiver.
Coming in. Did it turn
2.
off? It turned off.
I mean, I wasn't playing the
That was
game, I'm sure, so I just stole that.
So yeah, I don't know
Who
if
won,
this
you?
is so that it needs to be on the table. Or
Yeah,
not.
but still, I might as well.
Sophia and Brom.
Oh, cool. 2.
True. Does
Brom. Brofia.
that mean Patches and Brom?
No?
You're on. You're on.
This may be the last bingo card.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
5 par 5.
Very good.
Let's see what the specials are tonight.
Oh boy.
Close combat maneuvers table. An excellent
The server
vintage.
leaps over the table at you with a steak knife. You're like, oh fuck. Sorry, it's funny to me.
Thank you.
Close combat specials. Ah! Just grab a baguette. You're like, ah.
Not the baguette.
It's funny in my mind. Isn't it?
I like it. It's good.
You fling the little candles that they use to light the lobster butter. Yeah, we're really high class.
I was gonna say clearly, like
restaurant.
lobster
Wow.
butter.
Speaking of
I
high
don't-
class, we have to say hi to two very special folk. She who knows 10,000 things and Entropy's Disciple is back twice in a row. Oh, fuck. Oh, and it's Krister.
Ah!
It's funny, we were just playing with Krister's beads recently. Don't give me that fucking look. Like,
I literally.
I'm just
gave
wondering
an
why you
initial look.
phrased it like that.
because
Yeah,
he's
they're over
the one
there.
who sent us the beads.
Yes.
Is that the hill we're gonna die on here, guys? Well, it was an honor and a
Game's
privilege.
over,
Flag.
guys.
I understand that, like, you know, I'm a fan of innuendo just like everybody else, but it starts biting you in the ass eventually when you're like, anytime you say something, someone's like, oh, that's what you mean. And you're like, I said I'd like a sandwich.
Well,
Yeah, you want a sandwich, bitch!
I mean, playing with blank is just, I mean, generally.
Oh, John, I swear the next time you
Like-
offer to buy me a sandwich, I'm gonna give you the dirtiest look, and you won't know why. You will
Except
know
that
why.
typically I would buy you sandwiches if we were going to Netrunner tournaments.
I gotta be like that,
All
man.
around me
The
are
next one's on Tuesday night. Too.
Click for
So
cred.
sad.
Oh my creeps McGeeps.
No,
Oh my
I can't read
goodness,
the
Aragwen.
cue.
You know, Aragwen, I thought that maybe I shouldn't do this, but maybe I should. Anybody who wants to go and actually go sub to Aragwen can now. She's an affiliate.
Oh,
Yeah, you should hurry
Still
up.
founders badges up for grabs.
I grabbed one while she was offline.
Crafty Kaiju is Liam, by the way.
yeah.
There you go. Actually, that's true, folks.
So, you
Those-
know.
Oh, those first 10 or
Yeah.
5 or 10?
It's 25.
25? Damn.
Oh,
get in
damn.
I
there.
think it's the first 25. Not
I
sure.
thought it was
Oh,
the first
still,
10, but
it's-
still.
Kate!
I literally
Hey,
just
first
did it for the
friends,
badge, and
happy.
then I'm gonna like refund and deduct money and like subtract points. No, that's not how it
Oh,
works.
that's
What? Wow. Well, this is exciting. Sorry to be back in the same. I feel like I've been gone forever. I realized we were here last week, but it's nice to be in the room with y'all again.
The room where it
It's nice to be in
happens.
the
The room
room with
where it
y'all.
happens.
That's what I told my sister
Ah,
shortly before we were born.
Yep.
Like quadruplets.
Then she kicked you in the nose to push you out
Yep.
first.
Girl,
John, go
you
see
get
if it's
up
safe. No, I don't want to.
Whee!
Oh my God!
Lemon Eater pushes
Aw.
into the 29th month.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Wow.
Krister, what we're looking forward to is the number of beads that you provided for us, which is awesome.
Substantial, yeah.
Once Essence comes out, it will be like
Plenty.
plenty.
Yeah.
Like, we actually had almost enough for these 3, but now we will have more than enough because Essence is just.
Well, they don't, yeah. not
Smaller
so,
pools.
Quite so many modes.
As far as we understand thus far.
We will find out.
But there's also another game upcoming that makes use of tokens and beads to count. Good Society.
Yeah, okay, I was like, I don't think it's mine.
Yours
No,
involves
yours-
burning.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
yours
my
is
crops are
fire.
far more deadly.
Coordination. I know weirdness, right?
That's
It just-
right.
It doesn't compute. It doesn't compute in my head. For people who might be joining us who haven't been with us for a little while, I will point out that we are coming close to a close on our Changeling campaign, at which point we are going to transition into our new seasons format. But of course, between seasons is our opportunity to go a little bit wild with some one-shots, and we have some one-shots upcoming with games not even being run by me. What do we have to look forward to?
Well, we have Good Society, a Jane Austen RPG. I'm running it.
I can't wait. And I'll be running a game of
Mr.
Tin Can.
Darcy.
Tin Can.
Tin Can.
4 kids with strings and Tin Can.
Oh,
You see the monsters?
I roll for
Sorry. You have to communicate. I'll be running a game of 10 Candles, a game of tragic horror, which I also can't wait. And we'll talk about that later.
And I'm going to run a session of Paranoia because why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Pew's your friend.
It is.
So yeah, I'm glad that people are here to see this thing through.
Kate's running a session of Call a Show live. So she's
Fucking
going to put
done.
that board in front of us and then.
Nah, I'm
stick
gonna
a
rig
file
up
in-
that laptop, this iPad, be running sound cues and like
Oh my
running
God.
our
Actually,
hue
put it in
lights
the
as they're
desk.
lighting it. Yeah,
We'll
I
do a
could just
read.
yeah, sure, yeah.
We'll read
Perfect.
it. You run it.
Great, done, sold.
No, I think
I
it's
still have
us
the file.
running it while Kate critiques us.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
way worse.
Oh, you
Stage
were.
Manager Simulator 2020.
Exactly.
Oh well, the director wanted you to feel when to call it. You just called it on the word. You can't just
You can't-
call
you
it
gotta
on the
feel it.
word. You've got to feel the
I love
moment.
this idea.
I love it and I hate it.
Anyway.
Go. Fuck.
Oh, that's been me every fucking time you miss the button. You're like, oh fuck.
That's why I use my whole hand.
Roll a start. Your one of your lead actors never showed up.
All right, I'm going in. I'll call it from the stage. Let's do this thing.
Excuse me. Actors Equity Association specifically says that the stage manager is not a swing for the actors.
I don't belong to equity. The
Oh,
rules don't apply.
fuck! You're a scab.
That's not how that works.
10 points to Gryffindor.
Oh my god. Yes.
This would be a bad time to mention I belong to equity, I assume.
Yeah.
It would be a really poor time to mention it, yeah.
Yeah, 2 of us belong to Equity, 2 of us don't.
Whoops.
3 of us belong to Actra. 1 of us doesn't.
Oh,
But all
Kate's
4 of
peeking at
us-
times. Can you turn it down a bit?
Yeah.
Ooh, I've peeked.
But all 4 of
I've
us
peeked.
are members
This is it, folks. I've peeked.
of a friend group that will never die, because legends never die.
You know who does die though? PCs. Let's find out what happened.
Ah, hey!
Actually, first I have to ask you, who spent experience? 3, 2, 1, go!
Yay! Oh, so exciting this time.
Empty experience pools.
Yay!
And we got some good stuff too, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll go first then. Save the best. Yeah, you understand. Well, I purchased Greymare 4 with a specialty in glamour, which is a knowledge.
Because he's glamorous. Glamorous, glamorous.
Have you met me?
Jiggy Jam.
I'm Braum.
Brum voguing is the thing that I never knew I wanted more than this.
Be sure to glow
Anything
up
else?
before you grow up, son.
Dad?
Yes? Oh, you shouldn't be in here. It's his modeling room. Okay, hey, that's me.
I
Okay.
bought Politics 5.
Firearms 5.
Oh, damn.
Amazing.
Oh, you're getting ready, eh? I mean, if you're ready, you don't have to get ready. So I suppose that. Oh,
Can you pass me the book, please?
Can I?
I mean, what?
what?
Thank you
PvP.
so much.
Patches versus players.
I'm ready.
Bam, bam.
Patches versus players.
Bullets and
We
word
should-
bullets.
We should have one last fundraiser drive for
Oh.
what the last thing that you'll buy with your experience is.
It's not a bad idea.
Will Sophia ever hit appearance 7?
Ooh.
Now at this point, probably not. She did just buy Politics 5.
You just told me not to hoard my XP.
I did.
Should have. I should have hoarded my XP.
I shouldn't have listened to you.
Damn it.
I know what I need to buy next session, actually.
What?
Which is an empathy specialty that has been suggested to me multiple times, but I will
I know what
let
it
that
is.
sit there.
Letter K.
Start with a hard K.
No.
I like how we almost made that joke and then did the fisted hand.
I love that. I think that's the best. Ah, shit.
Puzzles, Meetings, and Murders is basically the new edition of D&D you
Yay!
can look forward to.
Puzzles,
Yeah.
meetings, and murders. I mean, not usually in that order, but hey, to each their own, right?
Kung Fu Fenrir is careful. She'll find you.
She already has.
Then let me ask, what happened last session?
Oh, lots of things. Braum was off with Kyoko searching for that perfect place to plop down a freehold. They were following up on leads in and around the city of Montreal to try to find a suitable location for a new freehold. And they did, in fact, they were led by a chimera up the mountain to an abandoned rest stop there, where they together found, well, what else do I want to say? Yeah, I don't know. They found an old rest stop which had in it carvings which were from a pair of Cathane who many years ago clearly were very important or accomplished many important things. So the place is quite glamorous and filled with a sense of justice. So thumbs up.
Back at the Spark Patches had essentially finished most of the remodeling after the fire, and now there are recliner couches and other bells and whistles to trick out the spark more in Zister's present.
And a new mirror for every head bar.
Yes.
From Sapphire's Eye, which we love. Oh.
Sophia officially asked Kenwyn to be their seneschal, and he accepted
At Heart's Light.
at Heartslight. And so they got to work on creating a mortal task force / artist residence.
Force.
Shut up.
This is funny.
No.
More like a mortal ass force.
Wow. But then she received a troubling call from her friends.
Right, so Patches had joined Braum and Kyoko at this rest stop to sort of check it out for architectural purposes. And there they met a young Boggin who confronted them. This place isn't yours. One Countess Viara owns this land, told us to fuck off, wouldn't give us her name. She was being pretty blunt about the whole thing, and showed us a declaration of Viara's ownership of that territory, or claim to it, which was several hundred years old. Viara is also long gone, so they were confused by this. However, the Boggin was also able to get someone else to bring a notice of eviction to Zister at the Spark, given that I guess the whole island even possibly is under the claim of the Countess Viara.
So ultimately, we headed back to the Spark, reconvened with Sophia. After a bit of phone calling, checking in with Duke Granville, and ultimately got him to speak to Sophia about what he knew or didn't know.
Mm-hmm. And Sophia asked Baron Velen to come to the Spark and clarify some things. He seemed quite sincere in his desire to clear everything up. He said he would talk to his people and get this sorted.
Yeah.
And Sophia invited him to have dinner at Heartslight.
Oh, that's right.
On Wednesday.
On the Wednesday evening, that's right, I forgot. And then Patches and Brom decided that they could perhaps find more information about Viara. Heartslight's records are fucking gone, so we zipped on over to the Chateau Frontenac.
Yep, we checked their records, thankfully. They did have some for us to read through, and we found that there was, in fact, a distinct mortal descendants that was what Viara had wanted. But then half of the page with the rest of the history was missing. We learned that High King David had passed a law that until a rightful heir returned, it would fall into others' hands, which is what ultimately led to Sophia. But Patches may have found the other half of those pages.
Which pointed towards the rightful heir being...
Actually being Velen.
Being Baron Velen.
But she hasn't told anyone of that yet. She just said she found some info.
Also, neither has Brom, and it is probably eating him alive, but let's find out. Probably. Whee!
Scott?
Yes. Yes, of course. Folks, we have a safety tool in play for this game. For our safety, you, the audience, do not have these fancy schmancy cards, but you do have tools of your own, which I'll get to in a moment. However, these cards are for our safety and our fun and our pleasure, and that is what they are for. Holding up a green card means that you, the player, despite your character's outward expression or your own, or as the GM, you are enjoying yourself and you are enthusiastically consenting to continue despite any outward appearances. A yellow card means, well, hey, hold on. I'm fine for now. I'm fine for now, but I'm approaching my limit. We should try to either end this scene or not progress any further. A red card is absolutely we need to stop right now. You don't need to justify using this red card. It could be for any number of reasons, but the game either needs to pause or move on and reevaluate. Like I said before, of course, you, the players, don't have cards like these, but you have options. If you feel uncomfortable or unsafe for any reason, you can message one of the mods, that's Aragorn or the Crosshair. You can message or whisper John. Kate is near that screen, but is trying not to look at it too much. If you message one of the mods, you can also remain anonymous. You can also, of course, leave the chat and the game if you have to. We don't want you to do that, but like if you have to, safety first, right? So that's important.
Any other questions?
No.
Kate, could you do me a favor? And could you roll a single die for me? Two of you as well.
Roll
You can say what your result is.
4.
2.
I also got a 2.
When we roll dice, we generate a pseudo-random number. The reason why it's pseudo-random is that, of course, it's almost impossible to create a die that will give you a perfect random distribution table, but for the most part, they're pretty good. Definitely good enough for our purposes here. But it's chance that kind of defines the role-playing games that we play. The reason why we introduce chance is so that we can generate some randomness and some excitement into the narrative itself. Without chance, after all, then it just comes down to what we decide is the case. And that's not necessarily as fun as letting karma, fate, the dice dictate another part of it. The reason why we have role-playing games is because it's difficult when you're a child to use the same rules as when you're an adult, because you've got so many more experiences under you, and you've experienced so many more narratives, and you understand the key behind so much more. Whereas children who play pretending games are often more self-centered. They want to be the heroes of their own stories and will stop at nothing to become so. While my first role-playing game that I was ever introduced to was Dungeons & Dragons, as I think many of us are, the first role-playing game that ever really took a hold of me and developed something close to a lifetime bond is Changeling, The Dreaming. And it was also the first game that introduced me to the storyteller system, which uses these D10s. A 10-sided die, a group of them rolled together. It fascinates me how many stories I've told, how many stories I've participated in telling that have been shaped and formed by these. By random numbers from 1 to 10 that give this story a little more body and shape. I didn't anticipate last session that somebody would botch such a critical role. And the point that I want to emphasize to everybody is that it isn't a particular player who fucked up. It's the dice, telling us once again that sometimes stories need that hard left turn. You are still in the library in Quebec City, and you are still at home. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, go for it,
discuss our-
guys.
Yeah, I know we had discussed that we would be spending the night.
Yeah. Acanthea. Whoop. Acanthea invited us to dinner as well.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, you're still alone.
Okay.
I found something, but I think that I should leave it to Sophia as it pertains directly to her position.
It's important.
Very.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I don't have the like second half of the paper, but I would like to look at the half that's still in the book and just kind of like ponder on it for a while. I don't understand. Perhaps the Countess? Yeah, perhaps the Countess Viara could see far into the future and knew that at one point one of her descendants would crystallize once more, or something. It's very odd.
Perhaps. Could just be an interesting viewpoint on where lineage should fall. But yes, I think it would be certainly odd to have a mortal theoretically in charge of a bunch of Cathane.
Just to clarify, because I think I understand, but I want to make sure, John. This, like, this family tree has been laid out kind of to set her descendants that would be, that would have this honor passed down to them. When was this page made, though? Like, I guess my question is, did she know the names of her children in advance?
No, this
Okay.
page was made around the time that Hiking David took power.
So it was, okay, I understand. Okay. Just to make sure I wasn't like, my God, she saw the future.
But that's
No.
also not entirely out of the question.
No, of course,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's, this is Changeling after all. Do you think we need to contact Sophia now? If it is important.
I can head to her and return for dinner.
I suppose you could.
Or we could simply return home and offer them a rain check.
I'd like to stay. It's the right thing to do. Especially with the Duke here, I think he would appreciate seeing us again. If I may say so myself.
I'm sure he has missed your conversations.
What do you mean?
Sure, you must have plenty to speak about. Back in the day, and your
Such as, yes, and
Early-
right there.
early exploits.
It's funny. The blessing creature in my mind that was keeping so many of my memories in check is gone. And yet, memories from after a certain time I can access. There are waves of them, moments that stand out more than others, but before that it's still in pieces.
Memory is a pathway. The more you walk it, the easier you can find it. So
Whoa.
it makes sense that those are harder to seek out.
That's true. Patches, I know I was adamant about this place on the mountain for a freehold. I don't want to spark a civil war over it.
But if what we're told is true, then seemingly the entire island is at stake.
It's true, it's a bigger question. Well, I certainly hope that we are able to find whoever her descendant is whenever we find that out, and speak to them.
I'm just taking books out of shelves while we're talking.
As you do.
Yep.
Sure. I will prepare for dinner.
I'll be back shortly. And I'm going to put them all back in completely bad, wrong places. Fuck the Dewey Decimal System, completely out of alphabetical.
So rude.
Some of them with the spine facing inward.
Look at his face, though.
So what level of bunk is that for incurring the GM's wrath?
I worked in libraries for over a decade.
This is why I said all these things.
It's almost as long as you've been LARPing. God damn it.
You don't know me.
I guess I don't even need a bunk, do I? Oh well.
What are you trying to do?
Just to Wayfarer home and back again. The
Yes,
spark.
go home.
Yeah.
I
okay.
thought that was awesome.
No, it's-
Ron was just like, no.
No. I don't
Actually,
think he was. No.
Thank you.
Where are you going?
To the spark. That's where I last saw Sophia.
Mhm.
Who had just finished her conversation with Kyoko, so is probably getting ready to head back to Heart's Light. Patches, I thought you were staying the night.
Could I speak to you? And I'm gonna indicate our office.
Of course.
There's legitimacy to this claim. That the evidence only exists here. And you receive some ripped pages.
Gonna look at it.
They were seemingly torn out of the book some time ago and hidden. I happened across them. I will back you whether you choose to burn those pages and forget they ever existed, or whether you choose to, however you choose to pursue this. I'm returning. Let me know your thoughts in the morning.
Thank you, Patches.
Sorry, are you leaving the pages with her, or are you taking
With
them with you?
Sophia.
Now you're stealing library information,
Mhm.
taking it out.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
it was already stolen and hidden, so
It's
bah.
already defaced.
Yeah.
All right.
I could put it back after.
It's fine.
I promise.
And,
you know what? I won't say anything.
Anything I should say to Brom? Message I could pass along to the Duke?
Does Brom know? Does anyone know?
Who are the witnesses?
I leave it in your hands.
Have a lovely dinner.
Backflip. No.
Whoa.
No, I'll
That's really
just.
impressive.
How cool would it be if you just backflipped and disappeared before you
Yep.
touch the ground? That'd be so
Yeah.
cool. Oh my god, Patches. But then you land like on your feet. Front. I know what that means.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything else specifically that you need to accomplish?
No, I think we're having dinner at the Chateau Frontenac, and we saw Elevator Slug last time, I remember, which was nice. Oh, that's so cute. And I certainly don't. I don't have anyone or anything to do at the Chateau Frontenac.
Oh, that was my
Thank you.
willpower. Sophia's going to go back to Heart's Light and talk to Zeron.
Zeron is sitting in like a. Okay, so Heart's Light doesn't have a workshop, but it has a garage, and it's sort of like their makeshift armory,
Right.
kind of area. And he's sitting there and he's buffing his sword. God damn it!
I was almost able to do
That's
it.
where I
It's
saw
like-
it. Is there on like 100 episodes ago?
Yeah.
He was buffing his
But
sword?
you were buffing his sword.
All right, never
What?
mind. You know what? I just wanted to get it on.
Wham!
Whoa! Thanks, Aragwen. Thank you.
So he's just has a rag and he's polishing brushstroke as you come in. Do you know that I had to shoo 3 other people away so that I could do this on my own? It used to be that I was responsible for the maintenance of my own weapons when I was a squire. I was responsible for Brahm's weapons. I don't think I'd trust anyone else with this.
How are you taking to this life?
Which life? The married bliss life, or the suddenly being arbitrarily more
Everything that
important
goes
life?
with it, life.
I feel like I can do good here. I feel like this is home. Why?
Because I haven't asked you lately.
I appreciate you checking.
It's important.
Of course.
If you had any doubts about any of this, I would want you to tell me.
Doubts aren't exactly the word that I would use when it refers to you. What's wrong?
I hold out the paper that Patches gave me.
So it's like half a family tree.
Yeah. This would indicate from the rest of their research that Baron Velen is the one who should be here.
So you have a few pages found in a library book.
Mm-hmm.
That seems an odd thing to base a rule on.
I'm just here because I asked for it. If there's something more official that means that somebody else should be here, who am I to keep it from them?
Who are you not to? You earned your knighthood by playing music. As I recall, there was a certain amount of questioning as to whether or not you deserved your knighthood, right?
Yes.
And do you believe that you deserved it?
Yes, now I do.
Why?
Because I don't think there's anything wrong with somebody making a name for themselves by showing people how beautiful the world can be.
And you believe that you showing how beautiful the world can be is somehow less of a claim than torn pieces of paper carried around in a bra for the past 20 minutes?
You and I may feel very differently, but there are plenty who hold this to a very high standard, and
You asked me a question.
yes,
You asked me to what your claim is more or less legitimate than this. And I just answered.
I guess my question to you is, should I tell him? Because I have my own ideas on what I want to do, but I'm not making this decision without you. You are equally affected.
What do you want?
I want to be Countess here. But not like this. Not if it means
Stealing
getting
it from
rid.
another?
Yes. Somebody else who may not know that they have a claim. I need to tell him.
Then you need to tell him.
Do you agree?
A month ago, I was a knight. Well, 2 months ago, I was a knight. And then suddenly I was a baron. And then just as suddenly I became a count. A meteoric rise, as it were. Would I be any different if tomorrow I was simply a knight once more?
No.
Tell him. Because one way or the other, you aren't going to be happy if you feel this is illegitimate.
No. I wouldn't. I've seen through Talus what hiding something for so long could do to you. I'm not going to let that be the reason why I stay here. Me always looking over my shoulder, I'm not going to do that. I'm through with that.
Well, he'll be joining us for dinner on Wednesday. You can speak to him then.
Yep. Need help polishing your sword?
Is that funny for Sophia too?
Oh, there's just like a gremlin off to the side cackling. I don't know where it came from.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Me.
Right.
Fuck you.
It's the sex gremlin of Heart's Light.
Claude, get out of there.
Pretty sure
Shit.
Pat just put a bullet between the thighs. Really
Whoa.
Whoa.
Jesus. You're packing while you're packing?
Hacking?
Lux, he likes it dangerous.
Absolutely filthy.
We both went there.
Packers is packing when packing.
Oh my God.
Too bad.
Are you upset?
I will know on Wednesday, I guess.
If you like, we could just simply fall asleep and only wake up on Wednesday to eliminate the weight and the anxiety. It happens in fairy tales all the time.
Well, what does the rest of my party think? Yeah? Okay. Let's do it, Kronos man.
Oh,
I thought we were actually going to
I-
Kronos over to Wednesday.
I think that was a.
Isn't that something you
Does
can do?
anybody have anything that they wish to specifically accomplish on stream before Wednesday?
No.
I'd like to have a brief conversation with the Duke.
Okay. When? Like during
That-
dinner, after dinner?
After dinner, I guess, but
Ugh.
like it can be.
After dinner, but before you eat?
You host an excellent dinner.
It helps that I have staff. Staff really makes making dinner a lot easier.
You also pick nice places to eat.
It helps that I was born into this.
I appreciate it.
What can I do for you?
It's more a question of what I can do for you.
Oh?
There was some hesitance towards coming back to this position. There was some apparent freedom by leaving Cross's shadow. I just want to make sure that you are doing things that you enjoy.
I wouldn't call you a thing.
Wow.
With your time here. With your free time.
Mm.
Things that keep you tied to the dreaming. More than just paperwork and occasional parties.
I don't know if I understand what you're asking me.
When's the last time you went shooting?
A long time ago. I don't have a lot of time for that.
Bird watching? Other hobbies?
Bird watching.
I don't know. I feel like at some point he mentioned birding, but that could have been a bad memory.
A euphemism, yeah.
A bad memory.
That's not quite.
Red-breasted sparrow. No,
Ah,
no.
ah, ah.
Honka!
This is the life that I have. What other life is there for me?
A life where you carve out a few minutes now and then for yourself.
I suppose I already have that. I have it right now. I don't understand where this concern is coming from.
I just want to make sure you keep the fun of Montreal. We're a bit more of a party city than Quebec.
I suppose. I will still be visiting.
It's not about me.
I just don't know why you're suddenly concerned because I'm in another place.
Don't worry about it.
Well, you brought it up. Now I'm curious.
I was just recently reminded of hiking David. He had lost his connection to the dreaming, to creativity. And I know that nothing lasts forever, and nothing gold can stay. But I just want to encourage you to find that connection in your everyday life.
This is the part where I would get self-righteous and tell you that how dare you make the assumption that I don't know how to...
How to?
It seems like a cliche that all of the stories show the princes and princesses. They're not happy. Not because they don't have money or that they don't have status, but because that money and that status means that they no longer are in control of their own self, their own life, their own decisions. Perhaps this is a sign that I need to stop worrying so much.
Do you sew? Do you paint? Do you knit? Do you tinker? Do you...
I do love a good cross stitch.
I'd love...
I wouldn't know what to do with a needle if I picked one up. Have you seen these hands? I don't think these hands have ever been pricked by anything.
What do his hands look like?
What do his hands look like?
Appearance hands. Appearance check his
They
hands.
look like really nice hands.
Or his hands appearance 6? No,
No.
he was 5.
He's 5.
Ah.
You know, just
So like
excellent hands.
really hot hands.
Just perfect hands instead of above perfect.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hand.
All right.
Oh, it's right there. Nice.
This has been my life. Being the Duke has been my life for longer than I care to admit. Longer than you wish to hear.
I know. I'll just have to bother you with occasional deliveries then. I think
What
there's
is it
plenty
you're
of
not
space
telling
here.
me?
Bring it. Sorry.
She
So I
may
need
now have
your-
2 charisma.
need
Doesn't
your
mean she has
charisma subterfuge.
20 of it. Charisma subterfuge. She's not as good at subterfuge anymore because she's a dougal. Boop a boop.
Is it true? Oh yes.
Beep
right, we talked
boop.
about
Yeah,
that.
because she's a beat
Bless human.
Beep boop.
It's
She
okay,
wears
he
her
doesn't
heart
have-
on her mechanical sleeve.
What was the difficulty?
There you go.
Thank
6.
you.
Okay.
Oh, well done.
Lots. It's like he understands me the way I understand him on completely improbable rules. That's hella successes.
What are you not telling me?
She's just seeing her friends figure out their legacy. She's trying to figure out what hers is, and the thing that struck her about High King David was that he really had lost his ability to see the dreaming for what it was, and to her that connection is through creating, through realizing dreams, not just being dreams. So she just wants to make sure that beyond the chores of ruling and the bumps of cocaine, that he's doing something that fuels him.
So he gets this really distant look in his eyes. I mean, she already are kind of a little
Yeah.
bit like, but
I know that look.
he gets a very specific,
Yeah.
distant look in his eyes, and he falls quiet in thought. He dips his
Oh my god.
Oh, there I am back.
I mean, also, I can bring my Lambo next time. We can just go for a fun drive.
Cobblestone streets. Back. Yeah.
Just the muffler's gone, bumper's gone, just flies
My
behind them.
Lambo.
There is more to this.
She's trying to wreck it.
You want a
honest.
Jambo in my Lambo?
Hey, it'd be really difficult.
Something about exhaust
Not
pipes.
Possible. Very good.
Stored people in
Close
my
quarters.
gosh.
Yeah, he's now just like she checked out. He's now thinking way too hard on what you just told him.
How about puzzles? Do you enjoy making, assembling puzzles? Deciphering puzzles?
He'll spend the rest of the evening with you, but like any attempt to find out what he does to create at this point does not work. He just starts lapsing back into thought.
Wah wah.
Reclining
Then she will work to distract him from such thoughts.
I should point out that his thoughts aren't necessarily bad. Like,
No.
It's not like he's like, oh my god!
No, but if it's long silences, then you know.
See, he's comfortable with long silences. That speaks more about Patches. Than it does-
Impatient. It's a flaw. It's the best.
Is it the best?
I think it's great. I think it's a great flaw.
When you leave
Mm-hmm.
the following day, after in saying goodbye, he thanks you, and then he grasps your hand for a little longer than he normally does, and then lets it go and heads off into the castle.
Well, I'm gonna fuck with his life up some more, probably, based on what Sophia does, so, you know.
I doubt that, Patches.
Yes, anyway, let's go home, shall
So
we?
it's
Yeah,
Wednesday.
okay.
We're going to accept. Are these two invited to your dinner?
Ooh.
Wow, rude.
No, that's not.
Ooh.
It's just I didn't.
Hashtag rude.
No, I just don't know if you guys would want to be there. You know what? She asks if you want to be there.
I think I would completely fuck it up. I would probably just spend every second comment trying to remind him that we saved his life, which probably doesn't need reminding. So,
It's good. Know thyself.
Perhaps you could join us for post-dinner aperitifs.
perfect. I'll just drop in with some pointless errand and invite myself to aperitifs or be busy until then.
Hey, Sophia, I brought you those porno mags. You want? Oh, you drinking? I'm down.
Sure. Let's do it. Ah.
I, too, will join for the aperitifs.
For the porno mag.
I have a few to contribute to the stash. I found these under my son's bed. They're not mine.
My parents didn't let me, so I used to sneak my mother's Chatelaine magazine.
Oh my God, Aiden's hiding them under his nose. This is Gus.
Every once in a while, they had photo shoots of people fully clothed, and yet at the same time, that was as good as it got.
Okay, so.
Oh,
Used to
Eric.
poke holes.
Oh, no.
No.
No. And Wednesday.
Okay, so when do you start? So first of all, I'm going to actually ask you to roll your perception alertness, please.
Holy shit, is that a missile?
Wow. So we've got insightful and fine details. All right.
Fucking rip.
I like how disappointed my players are when their specialties don't
know.
apply. Like, what do you mean I don't get this bonus that is only supposed to be occasional?
I'm pretty sure fine details has never applied.
Yeah, it has.
No, yeah.
Oh, it
for
has?
sure, for sure.
Great. That's one success.
Okay. So when he arrives, you notice that he is dropped off. Like he's taken there by car. If you have offered to have him driven there, he's like, no, I got it. And he's dropped off, but he approaches alone. He doesn't bring anyone else with him.
Sophia
Alone,
spent
eh?
a really long time getting ready, and I think called his associate. She's spoken to him once.
It was at the wedding.
Sir Kent. Sir Kent came to the wedding, I think, and he was the one that made the pledge. There was somebody else. Anyway, she calls to find out what he likes to eat, and made sure that they prepared that.
I'm gonna regret that. He really likes lobster.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. I was like, why are you
That's
gonna
the thing.
regret
Like,
that? That's fine.
I always have difficulty sometimes about like imbuing my NPCs with things that I actively. I'm like,
Dislike,
lobster. It's fine, but like I'm like, everyone else is like, holy shit, lobster, and I'm like,
So are we talking lobster
butter
chowder? Are we
garlic
talking
dinner,
like
right?
lobster tail? Are we talking lobster roll, full lobster that he gets to take apart
oh,
himself?
like taking apart.
Okay,
We're gonna
so
have
he
the whole,
wants
like,
the full lobster.
symbolic like cracking.
We're gonna have the garlic butter and stuff.
Yeah.
Excellent, great.
See, surf and turf. I'll go for the turf.
Okay, perfect. So she and also gets some of those sweet biscuits that they ripped off from the Red Lobster
You
restaurant.
stole the
No,
cheese
it didn't
biscuits.
steal. No. She had her chef try to like replicate it.
replicate the recipe.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay.
Be super good.
You
And
don't want
a
us there.
delicious salad. Maybe some nice, yeah, because it's hot out, so she's not gonna like roast vegetables or anything like that. So like fresh
She's not
fresh
gonna.
herbs and veggies from the garden. Some nice crisp cucumbers. Side there.
It has been some time since I've been treated to quite a feast. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, we were very excited to have you.
And he makes the various different pleasantries of like, look how nice your silverware is. Oh my
you.
goodness, look at the tapestries. He's playing the politics game to the T. right? Like being magnanimous. I should point out that he never takes his sunglasses off.
Right. I don't comment on that. Obviously. I feel like I want to do an empathy roll to kind of determine like what kind of mood he's in, I guess.
If you are Scottish Lord, then I am Mickey Mouse. What kind of mood? Sure.
Yeah.
Roll me your perception empathy, because that is a roll that you are very good at.
Insightful and desires.
Yes. How dare he?
6 successes.
6 successes.
Yes.
He's feeling comfortable, calm, and in control of the situation. There is a certain amount of smugness that he is inside this building. Okay.
Okay. There are no lobster emojis? Really? Shocking.
Windows, period. We'll bring up the standard emoji menu.
Okay, well, let's get straight to dinner. Zeron is there, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, that would be gauche. for
Yes,
him
it
not
would
to
be
invited.
terribly gauche.
I
This
had
looks
my
like
usual
ridiculous.
go-karting that evening. Can't move it, you see.
Go-karting is me and Brom sitting together in these 2 airline seats that we found discarded in a junkyard somewhere.
Holy shit,
We make
yes.
noises with our mouths, and then later on we share the carrots that we brought that our mothers made us.
Carrot sticks.
So cute.
I'm going off the jump. Whoa!
Please continue with
Wow.
your excellent dinner. I can't wait to crash it later.
So she's a boring amount of time is spent on pleasantries.
Cool, let's do some pleasantries. Please
Right.
roll me your charisma etiquette.
Perfect.
Your difficulty is 6.
All
I
right.
will also roll, and we'll see who
Silver-tongued.
enters the, silver-tongued
And high society.
high society count. Silver-tongued, you're not trying to convince him of anything yet.
Just that I'm fascinating.
So we'll see how
God.
this goes. Whoever rolls the most successes will have the advantage going into the aperitif round.
Oh.
It's not going to be me.
6.
Oh.
2.
Nope.
It's gonna be not me.
Gonna be June.
Okay. I don't think they're trying to outpleasant each other, but there definitely is like a rhythm to these sorts of things, and at the moment, Sophia's rocking it. Dinner goes quite well.
How does
They're-
Zeron do in the pleasantries department? Like, does he participate?
That's a good question. Let's find out.
What do you think, Zeron?
Because Zeron actually has impeccable etiquette.
What?
He rolled 2 successes as well, so he's not doing as well as you, but he's keeping up. The old ball and chain dragging up on this one, huh?
Am I right, ladies?
Oh my god.
Let's just say I didn't marry him for brushstroke.
Whoop.
Uh,
Crush stroke.
but he overall is quite pleasant, and you are served your different courses one after the other. At which point there is an offer to adjourn to the lounge for aperitifs. At this point, Zeron technically could be uninvited if you so chose, because he is your spouse, and therefore may not necessarily need to be invited. But that's up to you.
I'd like to just whisper to him. Let me tell him on my own. But
On my own.
come back in like 5 minutes.
I will greet our guests as they arrive. Hey, what up, Brom and other?
Sup,
This is Patches.
person with the face.
And other?
We've spilled blood in the same mud.
Right. So I'm surprised you would forget her name. Oh, you do know each other. Good. Good. All right. Well, I know my way around. Excuse
It's all
me.
coming back to me as
Bumps
they
into a
say.
wall.
Oh my god.
Immediately.
It's okay. They repainted
It's blue now. Doesn't make sense.
because of your face.
Yeah.
It's Dame Patches.
Dame Patches, Sir Braum,
Dame Patches and Sir Brom.
Count Zeron.
Way to make it easy for you.
Yeah, right?
Dame Patches and Sir Brom were in what is Quebec City known as?
The city of Northern Ice.
We
No, I
never
don't know.
actually.
Oh,
determined
okay.
it, so
Quebec City. Insert proper name here. We're in Quebec City a few days ago, visiting the library. Insert name here. And they came
Chateau Frontenac.
the Chateau Frontenac Library. And they came across a piece of information that I thought you should see.
So you hand him everything that you were handed.
Yeah,
Did you alter it in any way?
I did not. And I would like to do a roll as he reads it. An empathy roll.
An empathy roll.
His
Yeah.
eyes are covered. Could be interesting.
I'm watching his eyebrows.
Nice. Oh damn. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
that.
expressive with their eyebrows. Just like you're like, am I surprised?
Okay, go for it. Please roll me your dexterity. Please roll me your perception empathy.
Cool.
Maybe a roll.
Insightful. Desires.
Yeah.
Check to see if his little ears are wiggling.
It's 3 successes.
There's a finally attitude coming from him. Ah. Yes, I see. And what do you make of this?
I'm more interested in what you make of it.
I'm not sure why that's important.
I think it's very important.
Well, Countess, I am in your home. I've been given information here that is somewhat pertinent to our situation. At the same time, you do outrank me currently. I'm curious as to how you feel.
This paper here would say otherwise.
Are you abdicating?
Do you want me to?
So this is the point where your superior etiquette ping pong takes place, because otherwise he would fire back at more questions. But now do you wish to use your advantage here to force him to answer?
Correct. Yes, I
Okay.
would.
If this was the will of High King David, then I have no choice but to accept, do I not?
We're the only ones, and Dame Patches, who know about this.
Is it justice if just because we know and we choose not to reveal, is that fair?
I don't know. But I knew it wouldn't be fair to keep it from you, which I could have done.
By the way, he's still holding on to the pages. He does
Okay.
not return them to you.
Uh-huh.
I see.
I'm in
You-
this position because I requested it. Because I thought I could do good here. But if this is your rightful place and you have a plan and a desire to be sitting where I am seated, who am I to hold you back? And I would hope we could work together in some way.
I'm going to put you on pause for a second. Brom Patches, you are currently hanging out in the antechamber.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Brom, you suddenly get this. It's not pain, but it's like this uncomfortable yearning that you feel right in the pit of your stomach. As if you know that there's something that you should be doing, something that you should be creating right now, and yet you aren't.
That's a weird sensation. Did I eat something? Never mind. Sorry. No, I'm sorry. But
I
like,
should be making poop.
sorry. Have I? Is it possible that this isn't a desire of mine, but I'm like feeling it secondhand from Zeron or from somebody else from Patches? Like, is that
No,
possible?
it's a calling for you.
It sounds like that.
Yeah, it's some
I mean-
dumbass sprite living in Arendelle.
It's Kirsch's mating call.
It's the gremlin. It's back.
And it's a desire to create something.
As if there's something that you have left unfinished.
Maybe you just have to take a dump.
A yearn to complete. It isn't like a
Finish
like,
eating your dessert.
it isn't like an overwhelming I have to go,
No.
but like definitely this sort of like I should be doing something.
It's got to be one of my oaths, right? It's got to be an oath that I've.
No,
I look to these two.
if it was an oath, you would know.
I guess you would know that. That's true.
Freehold stuff.
Maybe. Yeah, I look to them and then I just don't say anything for a while. I'm sorry, I'm feeling a bit strange.
Keep me posted.
And so, if I understand correctly, the ruling of High King David is that the descendant, me, should be in rightful control of the county, this island.
According to this document,
It's understood. Well, I suppose that makes sense. Pardon. It's all right. You can go ahead.
what was that?
I told you that I don't get out much. I do have others who keep an eye for me whenever it's possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
After all, I have a certain fear of being attacked, as it happens when I have made myself known outside.
I remember I defended you from such an attack myself.
Yes. And so I was just making sure that they understood that everything is all right. This isn't some sort of strange plot or trap or whatnot. You understand that trust is earned.
Of course.
I believe that at this point you have earned my trust. And so I thank you.
So what happens next?
Well, I would say that you probably need to. You probably need to reassure Zister Flex. I'm certain that he's going to be worried.
Why would he be involved in this?
Well, because the Freehold, the Spark, is on this island and therefore technically no longer under anyone's control.
It is under the control of Sister Flex.
But
It
the
is very
document that you
much
just
his
unrevealed
freehold.
says that according to High King David, it is the entire county that now falls under my.
So you are evicting Sister Flex? Am I
I've told
hearing
you
you
that you just
correctly?
need to reassure him that everything is going to be
Am
all
I
right.
understanding you correctly? You are evicting Sister Flex.
Well,
I would appreciate your candor in this situation, thank you, as I have given you mine.
you wish my candor.
Yes.
I've given you nothing but. All you need to do is go and visit with the good knocker and tell him that everything will be treated with the due diligence and respect that that freehold deserves, alongside all the other freeholds here in Montreal.
I am going to ask you one more time. Are you evicting Sister Flex? Yes or no?
No. Of course not.
He maintains full control over his freehold?
Just so long as he swears to me.
So when I am going to him, I am saying that everything will be fine so long as he swears allegiance to you. That is what you are asking me to do, not that everything is going to be fine.
Well, so long as he swears allegiance to me and continues to tithe appropriately to the base of the county, His workshop will be, of course, his to manage, and as long as, of course, the workshop also turns out what we have requested of him.
I see.
Has it been 5 minutes?
Oh, you can come in now if you wish. Zeron is waiting for the sign that it's okay to let him in, but...
I mean, sure, I'll find a way to give them a sign.
I'm gonna
You can come in now.
knock knock.
Thank you very much for joining us.
I must tip my cap to you. It's my understanding that the two of you found the information that would, in fact, reveal the High King's true wishes.
He is
That
very
he
excited
was-
to take his seat here at Heart's Light.
That the High King was respecting the wishes of Baroness Velen, and that in her absence, and in the absence of other evidence...
Countess Fiara.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Countess Fiara. What did I say?
Baroness
So-
Velen.
Is there a Baroness Velen?
Oh
I'm just,
God,
you
there's
know,
so many
merging
people.
the two. That the lineage should be followed otherwise, but I'm to understand that you no longer wish to stay to the shadows, that which you asked of Countess Sophia, and put us into the line of direct attack.
Well, this is new information, isn't
So you wish to no longer stay in the shadows, good sir.
it? It is with a heavy heart that I accept the leadership that has been
I'm going to
bestowed
mooch
upon
its
me.
glasses.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
okay.
I like it. I like it.
Oh god. Oh god.
No, the ultimate power play.
Oh god.
Derp,
Which fucking cantrip is that? Derp a derp
Mooch,
derp
it's
a derp.
legitimate.
Yeah, I know. Alphabets are hard.
L.
I know.
Mooch derp.
Sorry.
That's
Five.
Faye, because you're technically
3?
taking something from someone else.
Is he
He
Fae
is,
3?
he is a noble, so he falls under Fae 2.
Oh, well, that's fine. Okay. And,
It's like you know the game or something, John.
A little bit.
I guess it was just because the eyes. I was wondering if he was actually secretly a higher level.
Like a Galeen.
No bunk.
Fick the feudal system.
Ow. One success.
One
I'm
success.
imagining like a freeze frame. where we're all
2
like-
successes. The 5. Your difficulty 5. You're in a freehold.
Oh,
Not too
it
bad.
reduces it that much. Thought it was
Well.
just one. But I believe Mooch is just pass fail, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just pass fail.
So his glasses go into your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Hellfire burning in his eye sockets. You haven't seen this before, have you?
No, I was not.
Neither of you. Yes, you have. You
Or
have.
at
You
least,
didn't.
yeah, I was watching from afar.
Yeah. So his glasses just and go like
Yep.
right in her pockets, and his eye sockets just burn fire. That's all they do.
Is it coming out of his face?
Like shooting out.
Yeah.
No.
Is it dangerous?
No,
Like,
they're
it's
not
Just
like
in the
flammable
place of
flamethrowers.
eyeballs,
Just
it is spears of fire. Kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Fireball.
And he, of course, doesn't notice this yet. His
really?
glasses are gone. Well, that's what Mooch does.
Right. Of course it is. But like, oh, that's wild. So okay, so my face is just like. Like,
Okay,
I cannot
I'd actually
control
ask
that.
you to roll
Yeah.
me your charisma
There's no way.
etiquette.
Okay.
But the difficulty is going to be 8 because this is a considerable what the fuck?
I have that.
Yeah. So let's see if you got it. I like how you store your dice in the dice tray, but then roll outside the dice tray.
I'm gonna next time.
It's
Two
totally
successes.
fun.
Whatever
So
works.
if you wish, you can maintain composure. You can, of course, ignore that and just be like, "Bah," if you really wanted to.
I think okay, so I'm gonna stay really composed, but I'm like absolutely checking in with these guys, and if I can, I'm gonna start to try to get a position where I have immediate line of dash to him.
Anyway, I'm going to repeat what I was saying earlier.
Yeah,
It
please.
is with a heavy heart that I accept the burdensome hand of leadership in this case, and I will guide the county of Cross's Shadow to a new era of prosperity in the dreaming itself.
You could abdicate.
I could.
And what
But-
bearing will this have on the spark?
I need to know.
What do you need to
This
know?
is coming as such a shock to you, and yet you are stepping up with great
Well, it is, of
acceptance.
course, the nature of the she to assume leadership.
What bearing will this have on the spark?
I'm going to go to the washroom.
I have
Okay.
I have requested that the Countess Sophia reassures Mr. Flex that as long as he swears allegiance and follows the code of what we will set out for the Spark, that he will maintain his place as freeholder, just as all the other freeholders in Montreal.
I'm afraid that will cause you some difficulty. As his steward, I can let you in on his peculiarities, and that will cause you great difficulty.
Well, no one ever said this was going to be easy.
Hmm. And what should we do of the Garou?
I'm not really sure if now is the time to start getting our
Well,
State
your
Department in
life
order.
was at threat, and you were asking about staying unknown and underground, and yet now you're taking a position of such power that will certainly put you into greater position to be noticed by the Garou, will it not?
You know, you're absolutely right. I suppose I'll need to make sure that there are enough people around to protect me. Thank you. It is appreciated. And of course, I must say that I am very appreciative of the fact that the Golden Braid is here to ensure that this transition will be handled smoothly. It was, after all, the last wish of, well, not the last wish, but a wish of our dear departed High King.
He was in charge of the Red Branch, I'm afraid.
We operate independently of the crown, my lord.
I understand.
I hope you do. I'm like, I can't take my eyes
Objection!
off his like his.
Press the witness.
Beep 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 beep.
Press the witness.
Incidentally, in light of this new information, I must say that the area in which you were investigating on the mountain, until we manage to sort this all out, I must insist that that area be kept clear.
It has a special meaning for you.
I just merely need to figure out what we're going to be doing with it. That's all.
You don't want knights errant running rampant through
Well, as you
your
said.
county.
The Golden Braid operates independently.
Indeed. I.
All three of you get text messages
Mm-hmm.
at the same time.
Or,
It's from Talus.
mm-hmm.
We're being invaded. And then there's a further description of how there are no fewer than eight she who identify from House Baelor who have entered the Freehold and who are demanding to see Zister Flex.
I'm going to break the charm that Passabikeniak gave me. Just quietly in my pocket.
That summons him instantly to your location.
I don't know whether that literally is a teleport charm or whether he just has a honing beacon. I don't
Oh,
know how.
he can do
I don't know
he
how
can do
Guru
it
magic
wherever, yeah.
works. Yeah, I don't know how
But
Guru magic
specifically,
works.
It's your
Yep,
location.
yep.
Okay. Can I actually ask? I forgot.
Oh, please.
Can I ask the two of you to roll me your perception alertness, please.
I have
At a difficulty of 8.
I should ask. I have a specialty in hidden weapons. Oh, that's fun. Okay.
No.
No. Okay. All right. Okay.
It was very close.
Yeah. Ooh, that's one.
Detail oriented?
No.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 successes.
5 successes. What up?
Ooh.
Perched outside the window in this sitting room, as it were, on a branch is a rather large-looking crow, peering into the windows with its head tilted to one side.
Did we not
I like crows.
see a crow at some point in the past?
Yeah.
Not with the guru, but
There was a crow following us
Phelan?
when we were in the old port with the guru.
That's
there was a
correct.
crow as well.
Right. Okay. So it could be.
I feel like it's most likely one of Velen's associates.
Oh, right.
Otherwise,
Valens or one of the Gru, one of the two.
yeah.
Hard to know, man.
But probably Valen?
Countess Sophia, am I to understand that the Baron Velen is to be invested as Count of Cross the Shadow, and all of that entails?
It isn't a to be. According to the information that you just gave me, it is a fait accompli.
Yes, and about the spark.
Yes,
It
you've
seems
mentioned
you
that it would be-
haven't asked, you've just done.
Dame Patches, is there some confusion over the relative?
I'm going to show him the text message.
Is there some
As steward of
confusion
the spark.
as to the rights of someone who is in control versus the rights of someone who is not?
Yes, the confusion is to when you said that Zister will be given a chance, will be left alone so long as he swears fealty, versus having a collection of Fae walk in and take control. That's two very different things.
I'm merely
Please be more
protect-
direct and specific with us.
I'm merely protecting the spark until such time as he can swear his allegiance to me.
I do not appreciate these methods, I'm afraid to say.
Duly noted.
And it will be causing you great difficulty in terms of the spark, and likely elsewhere.
If you continue to mention this as such, I'm going to take it as a threat. But we're
It is
getting
a
along so
statement of
fast.
fact. It is a statement of fact. People will not take kindly to this.
Perhaps you would.
This is not how you make friends of your subjects. This is not how you gain admiration. This is not how you keep a peaceful holding.
Sophia's going to leave the room.
Oh,
Cool.
just
Yeah.
like.
Is she
back
leaving
on-
the room, like indicating to anybody else to follow her?
Nope.
Okay. Where is she going?
To her bedroom.
Okay.
I'm
To do
like.
what?
I give up. I'm taking that.
She's going
No.
to start packing.
Damn, what the shit? Okay. Perhaps you would prefer if we were more direct.
By the way, as you're leaving, like there are people. Apparently, word is already starting to spread among all of the household members. So you have people like whispering and like looking at you as you're moving through the hallway. Are you like pulling the she stiff upper lip as you go by, or are you like snapping at people, being like, "Do this, do that"?
No, she's just walking.
Okay.
Yeah.
You will find it difficult to displace us if that is your intention.
To displace who?
Those of us. There's like a long pause because Brahm is really trying to like kind of make sure his words are.
I'm merely requesting that those who live in this county swear fealty to that who is now in command. It is a simple process, one that we recently saw with the Countess here, an associate of mine, pardon me, a former associate of mine, deigned to speak in my name.
Oh. And am I to understand then that you do not wish to replicate such a non-confrontational method? of
I will see
swearing?
everyone in person. They will come to me and present themselves. There will be no agents on others' behalfs. For you see, it is no longer considered appropriate for those who live here to appreciate that those who watch out for them do so out of the goodness of their hearts alone.
May I get you something to... I'm sorry for being indelicate. Would you like something to cover your face for when you make these meetings?
My face.
I'm
And
sorry
then he
for
reaches
being...
up, and there's like this moment of like, where is...
And I'm like not... yeah.
You're no
And-
longer hiding.
and there's a vein And then he looks directly at you.
You said as much yourself, sir.
You impudent little twerp.
God.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. And I bow.
Hand to sword. Wow. Oh, God.
Get out. All of you. I want you evacuated from Heart's Light.
Are you certain of that?
This will be the last time you question one of my orders. Get out.
Your loss, and I will leave. You could have kept me in your sights.
My lord. Count, whatever. Yeah.
Your Grace. If you please.
I don't say anything.
I should point out that all of you would understand that if he is indeed a baron, then his correct title would be my lord.
Well,
He has just asked for my grace,
Yes.
which is the term of address for a duke.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna text Passabicani it.
As you start texting,
Yeah.
you hear a very loud argument outside, which then is bypassed as the door opens and the man just straight walks in. You can see from behind that there's now 5 changelings, not all she, who are dressed in the purple of Baelor, who are starting to advance, and he is moving faster than you've seen anybody walk or run, ever. He's moving beyond the speed of thought. And then he arrives, and he looks at you, and he looks at this one, and then he immediately just goes, "Tell me."
You may want backup. There's a Fomorian.
Passabicani shifts into Krynos, and then Velen takes one look. There's this moment of like slight fear, and then he just goes, "Sit."
Is she gonna work? Is that gonna work? I, for one, am very excited. Is it sovereign? Or is it...
Okay.
No.
I think it's
Passabicani drops down to his
Ah.
down to the ground. And you're to defend me from anybody who attacks me.
I'm going to cast.
I just don't like this.
Veiled Mind?
The crow flutters away.
Just... Okay.
Veiled mind.
Yeah.
Okay,
That isn't
I'm
going
let
to
you
quite
think.
do what I wanted.
Can I get a bead on where the crow is going? Like the direction, I guess?
West.
Cool.
It flies away from the window.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess I can't really like...
There's a tapping at your window.
I go to it.
The crow, or is it a raven, is just outside your, sitting on the windowsill and just like,
I open the window.
and it flies up to perch above your doorway.
How can I help you?
You get the intent feeling like it's peering into your soul. I mean, your soul's pretty beautiful.
Thank you.
We
I've seen
assume.
you before.
Hashtag secret villain.
I don't know who you're following. Us, him.
And then it hops down onto the ground, and in another second, it just shifts and morphs in front of you until you see a very slender-looking man with a very kind of pointed nose, and he's just wrapped up in a leather jacket and leather pants.
Oh no.
Appearance?
4.
Cathane?
No.
Never mind.
Looks human. Consorting. Consorting, are we?
You're going to need to get to the point because I need to leave. Now.
Yes. Do you need help?
What kind of help are you offering?
You're packing.
Yes.
And it beetles over to a chest of drawers and starts opening and then being like, meh, closing, opening, meh, closing, opening, no, closing.
Who are you? And I'm sorry. Eh?
Baron. It's important.
You helped them. Down there. But I don't think you're one of them. Are you just different? You're very attractive.
Thank you. Do you mean am I one of House Baelor? No, I'm not.
No, I'm wondering, and then there's this pause. You're not of the worm. You're tainted. So is everybody. And then he reaches up and starts unscrewing a light bulb.
What are... Okay. How can I help you?
I believe the question is, how can I help you?
You can find us a place to stay that's safe.
1 second. He opens the doors, and in his hands he crushes the light bulb and scatters glass out into the hallway and then closes the door again. You asked my name.
Yes.
I am Marv.
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 Pleased to meet you, Marv. I'm Sophia.
Yes. Do you want me to kill him?
I was really, really hoping it wouldn't come to that.
Do you know that hopes are amazing things? It's the only thing that keeps me alive right now.
How's that?
Well, because otherwise I would give in to despair.
You're a creature of hope?
I have to be. So must we all.
What are you, exactly?
You have friends that are very special. They transform into wolves. Very strange. I'm stranger. Now, this, and he walks over and he picks a brooch up and he puts it into your luggage.
I'm allowed to take that?
It's very shiny.
Why don't you keep it then?
Oh,
A gift. For making me smile.
do you know that when I said you were beautiful, I didn't mean this.
Thank you, Marv.
We have to go, otherwise you're gonna die.
We do. I need to speak to the staff before I leave.
Oh, do you need to speak to them? He starts fishing around in his pockets and he pulls out this really old radio transmitter. Do they have radios?
What? Can I just gather them together and talk to them?
Do you want me to go and get them? You shouldn't leave the room. You need to be packing.
Right. Yes, if you wouldn't mind. Thank
Okay.
you. Please be careful.
And he opens the door and then he jumps over the broken glass and then starts beetling down the hall. We'll go back to... So you were going to do something?
Yes, I'm going to cast Lost in the Mists on Baron Valen. Yes.
Well, Baron.
Vel.
theoretically barren as of our last knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So turn back and say, good move. And then, yes, cast it. With the intent of making him believe that everything is going according to his plan. I'm going to make use of time to make
Okay.
him believe that the various heads of the freeholds are coming and bowing fealty to him. So I'm basically hoping to create a scene that he experiences where he is getting what he wants.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh, sorry. That sounds
All right.
pretty interesting.
I'm
Yeah.
interested to
I'm
see how
pretty
this
game.
goes.
Yeah. That's fun.
What is your bunk?
I mean, turning and saying, well played, but perhaps I should do more.
That's up to you. I'm going to talk to Brom for a second while you figure that out.
So I've watched Passivekeniot kind of race down the hall, but I'm already not retreating, but I'm
That's an attack on me. I hereby declare the members of the Golden Braid to be persona non grata on this island.
You'll have to deal with the queen for that, good sir. And I'm going to flip him the middle finger and then give him another courtly bow, which is my bunk for this. So that hopefully when I raise from my bow, his imagined scenario begins.
Okay.
Bunk level?
2.
Seeing this, I will also bow along with Patches.
Yeah, you will.
I've spent a willpower on this.
Damn, Crosshair.
Yep, I'll take that. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes
7 successes. Can I see your notes, please?
on the.
Yep.
Yep.
Actually, I'll find it here. That's
It's
fine.
201. Here.
Page 201.
Yep. So I would have it last month's, but he can roll Perception Kenning difficulty 9.
All right, so
See if he's
Lost in the
aware.
Mists, just for
Yeah.
people who do not know. What is worse than being unable to trust your senses, being invisible, or even being forgotten? Masters of Chicanery employ the ultimate manipulation of the mist to wrest away their target's identity. The focus of this cantrip not only forgets who he is, but the changeling can employ her knowledge of other realms to make him believe he is something else entirely. The Knocker's rival begins acting like a dog when presenting a new invention. The vampire terrorizing a local motley wakes up with no memory of her undead state and panics when she steps outside and the sunlight burns her skin. A clericon makes a mortal believe he is a rain cloud to create instant performance art. So, what are you making him believe he is?
I'm making him believe that he is himself and that things are like.
Because this cantrip specifically of making him believe he's something else. It's not to create a scenario in his mind.
Ooh.
But you can still accomplish what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So you could be that he's somebody who believes that everybody in the room loves him and is there for his to like swear fealty to him. That you could do.
Then he would just expect them to swear fealty, and if they didn't, it would screw with him. Okay, that's not quite how I understood it. Because then I guess my alternate would be the other one.
Like you can
Kirko
absolutely
would-
do what you were
no,
trying to.
I was thinking of that. Okay, I feel like I've employed it differently previously. Yeah, because it's not time dilation. It's not. I guess it's smoke and mirrors. Perhaps would be better. Which would create a scene.
Of people walking in and doing
Yeah,
things?
doing things for him.
All right, well, let's just assume that that's what you did.
Okay.
The successes is...
I
That's
mean,
Lost
yeah.
in the Mists. What are the
Yeah.
successes for Smoke and Mirrors?
So
1 week. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So he's seeing now everybody sort of filing in to...
Mhm.
Is Zister Flex included?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Flex.
Excellent. Come in, please. Line up one by one. Goodness, that was quick, wasn't it?
That's part of why you used time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you wanted this to
But-
happen...
Like I guess the trouble is that I thought I could do this more successfully with the other cantrip, which meant that you could use time to make their perception of time work differently. So I'm trying to blend two cantrips, which is not good. I'm sorry. So
Okay.
Yep. My intention.
We can just
yeah.
do what you asked to do
Okay.
originally.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's not.
No,
you
no,
rolled
I'm
7
just-
successes. It's fine.
I'm just trying
So,
to do it properly. That's all.
So your intent was
Create a scene where he believes that people are filing in as expected to swear their fealty to him,
okay.
so that he's getting what he wants.
All right. So that's definitely more smoke and mirrors.
Okay.
Than Lost in the Mist.
Okay.
Do you wish to apply time to this so that it doesn't happen like right away?
Yes.
Okay. When do you want it to happen?
In 10 minutes, I guess, because that's how long it would take to drag Zister over.
10 minutes works.
Drag him. I understand. I will remove myself from the premises. There need be no war here.
That implies otherwise.
Will you allow me to escort him as well?
Oh no. He's forfeit. I will kill him eventually.
I don't believe that is a good idea, my lord.
It's interesting what you believe and how little it matters to me.
I have seen many people have their heads filled with power and then forget how to think. Please do not take this as insolence. I merely do not want you to be torn limb from limb. That's gonna be good.
He doesn't. Fuck it. These dice are not working
No,
for
eh?
me today.
He said he was going to kill Pespicania.
Pespicania is what he's
Yeah.
talking about.
Oh,
Okay,
yes,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Could you assume a form that's a bit more appropriate for this environment? And then he just goes back to his human form.
Ugh.
It is true that a member of the Golden Braid was responsible for protecting me from these things, which is why I am going to give you 12 hours. 12 hours before you must leave.
Must leave.
Of the island. And until you have, at such time, proven that you're willing to swear the allegiance to me that is required, you will not be allowed to return.
I'll make sure to know that High Queen Lenore is aware of this as well.
See to it. And in the background, you start hearing, I think you need to go to the Countess's quarters, please. All of you, please. It would be very nice if you could go right now. Quickly. Who am I? I'm Marv.
I'm like, Marv? Who the hell is Marv?
You definitely hear this.
Yeah, I'm like,
And then you see a man run by wearing like leather jacket, leather pants, and you're by the door. May I say, thank you so much for this. And he pulls out the piece of paper and then he puts it back into his pocket.
Can I match that?
You can try.
Maybe just pants.
And just to update folks, I did go over my nightmare threshold, so I have an imbalanced willpower.
Ooh. Oh boy.
Oh, you can get out of Montreal in 12 hours.
So
Darn
that
kidding.
is natural.
Do you understand, sir, that you are acting the villain here? And then Velen looks to you. Is he going to be a problem?
Spend a point of willpower.
I believe you will find, sir, the golden braid as a whole might be a problem, depending on your definition.
Very well. I understand. And then he looks to the other kind of assembled group. You're to take the Count into custody. Put him in the dungeon immediately.
You will not lay a hand on him. I say to them rather than
To the Baelor who are standing there, like
Yeah.
He is to be held as a guest to ensure the compliance of the other members of the Golden Braid.
This is far too much. You have been given power and you abuse it immediately. How silly can you be?
Silly.
And I laugh in his face.
Oh, Jesus.
Bam!
Level of unprofessionalism far too much.
Sophia.
Yeah.
So, Aubrey. First you hear crunching,
Ow, ow.
Oh, God.
ow,
Please be
ow,
careful
ow,
of the
ow.
glass outside.
and then the door opens up, and Najiri and Aubrey and the rest sort of file in, and they look at you with a mixture of concern and fear and hope.
Well, I imagine you're all feeling a little bewildered by what's happening right now.
What's happening? Is his claim legitimate?
This is what we're trying to figure out, but
We have to leave our home again?
I don't know what the future holds, but I hope to see you all again. I want to thank you most sincerely for your service.
You're not leaving, are you?
I am.
Why? You're the rightful countess.
The cards were stacked against us tonight. It would be foolish to fight what has clearly been in the works for a long time. There was no chance. We had no chance. And so we go. And when we come back, we make sure we do not lose.
Oh.
That face? Great. Keep that. Utter defeat. Keep it.
That won't be too hard.
Good. I'm sorry. I wish it wasn't like this.
From underneath, you hear shouts of stay down, and then another shout of hold him.
My God.
Yeah. Should have coordinated that a bit better.
You can go back to your other form and take him, and points at Zeron. And Pezabekenia just shifts back up into Krynos and starts walking towards Zeron.
I feel like there are tapestries on the wall, so I'd like
Oh, yeah,
to
there's
rip
plenty.
a tapestry off the wall.
That's Sophia's tapestry.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
tapestries.
And
Oh! I gotta take
Fuck that mouse.
fuck that mouse in particular.
Yeah.
And throw it sort of in between Pezabekenia and Zeron as an attempt at a bit of a distraction, but also as part of my bunk for trying to mooch the
Okay.
paper.
papers. And I've spent a willpower on this.
Difficulty is going to be 6.
I have
Shit.
5 successes.
Okay.
2 nightmare.
You feel the pieces of paper firmly in your pocket.
And now I'd like to make an effigy of them. So that
Okay.
I can leave the effigy behind.
Okay. Pezabekenia just swipes at the tapestry, and his claws just completely eviscerate it. And then Zeron looks up.
Spending an
Do we go down fighting, old friend, or do we fight another day?
No, we must destroy forces of evil wherever they flourish.
Pezabekenia is not under his own mind.
Make sure she gets out. Accept your terms. I'll go to the dungeon.
I thought he was drawing his swords for a second. I was like, wait a minute, he doesn't have swords back there.
Double swords. We were thinking he was going for the double
Surprise
swords somehow.
swords!
Had he
I
somehow been
accept
carrying
your
this whole time?
terms.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too.
Please.
I stand aside.
Passive
against my
Kenny
better judgment.
Pezipiniga just takes Zeron and lifts him over his head and just holds him. You can see that his claws are starting to dig into his flesh.
Don't hurt him! And then, oops, and I've got the papers in my hand is what I'm hoping is going to... It's, yeah. It's my bunk.
Oops.
I've got
I
a
love
look.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Aubrey steals all the sheets off your bed and dashes into the
It's a
closet.
prop. 5.
Aubrey, honey, you should probably.
And then you hear from the inside the sounds, very quick sounds of ripping and tearing.
8, 7.
Are you going out the window, Aubrey?
And then she comes out and she has like lengths of bed sheets
Oh, honey.
over the window, and then she starts saying, "Come on, everybody, come on."
I give her a little like reassuring arm squeeze as she goes by.
7,
It'll
6.
be an honor to serve you again.
I hope that day comes.
I don't like this at all.
According to these sheets, it looks like people were.
Okay, all right.
That was in the garage.
You. You, David.
Ew, David.
Oh, God.
Your effigy?
7 successes, so it'll last a scene.
It's beautiful.
And then I'm going to throw it down and, like, run.
Run past the other Baylors?
Yeah, like, try to
You?
run away.
Well, you know, they gone, so I will also beat a retreat, but I'm headed for the stairwell upstairs.
Okay. Where are you headed? The Baylors seem more interested in protecting Velen than in stopping you.
That's good. I'm headed up to Sophia's room, or to Sophia's room.
Where are you going?
Headed for the spark.
So you're leaving? Okay.
That's cool.
I'm assuming that Zeron was not armed because it would be gauche to be armed for a dinner party.
No, he would not be.
So I grab brushstroke from the closet.
Okay. You are now holding brushstroke. Hold it long enough and you'll find out what it does.
I've held it plenty
Okay,
long.
all right,
What?
okay.
What?
No, I just
Am I right, ladies?
Patches has even held it.
yet.
You're just going into her chambers?
Yeah, I
you hear crunching of glass, and Marv drops in a wah! And then it's you. And there's this. You're holding Whisper?
Yeah,
He's
so
a friend. I think
Well,
lower your weapon, Brom. What the hell is happening downstairs?
The Baron Velen has declared war on the county of Cross's Shadow.
Did he declare war on the county of Cross's Shadow, Brom?
No, he declared war on the Spark and on the Golden Braid.
You will see that for the foreseeable future, not speaking in hyperbolic terms is going to be really helpful for us. We need to know exactly what he has done and when. We are tracking this. And we are getting the hell out.
You will excuse me if I am too upset to have all of the details straight in my mind.
We don't have the luxury of being upset right now.
You're really tall.
Now that's solid. That's good.
He's very tall. It means that he can see, but not as far as I can.
How far can you see?
Where
This
do you
is
need to
Marv.
go?
Can we get anyone else out? I'm assuming everyone else is either...
There goes your friend. And you see Patches like,
Okay. Where's Zeron?
He has been taken prisoner in the dungeon. He is being held to secure the cooperation of the rest of the Golden Braid. That is not hyperbole.
Thanks, you little shit.
Oh, it's not. It's absolutely
It's
not
brilliant.
hyperbole.
No, I appreciate it.
However, I believe there are also some people at the Spark intending to confront Zisterflex.
you're holding the dream.
I am holding the end of many dreams.
There.
Is he like pointing at me?
Yeah.
Are we not all holding dreams?
I'm surprised that the Guru haven't taken more of an interest in you.
They did for some time.
But you hold the dream. The bastion against their enemies.
You will excuse me, Marv, was it?
It's time to go.
Yes.
Yes, it is. I rip the sheets off the window so it doesn't look like anybody got out, threw it into my fire, because of course I have a fire going in the middle of July.
I can
And,
carry you. But it means you owe me a favor.
Perfect. Done. I did give you a brooch. But that was a gift.
That was a gift.
That was a gift. Can I
and
bring
he
my... I've got my
shifts into
luggage.
this- he shifts into this
Here you go, Brom.
massive,
What the hell?
this massive crow man.
It's actually probably really
Big
loud.
wings.
Super
Think a werewolf, except not a wolf,
Where even?
but a crow.
Werecrow.
Worker. Sorry. Rude.
Werecrow. They're a crow. I'm ready. Are you?
Yes.
Come.
I'm going.
Yeah. I don't. Are we like getting on his wings or like on his back? What's happening here? Yeah. Okay. We're getting on.
And then it leaps out the
Yikes.
window and just crashes his wings against the air and starts pulling you higher. Where?
The spark. We have to get everyone out.
I point to the tower, Westmount Square.
And starts to go. It's not a very far distance. As you are going, you look down and see a Lambo.
My God. It's bright yellow. Yay!
You are now outside the spark. You get there first,
Can we land in the garden?
Tempting to head up.
potentially, but she gets there first. She left
Oh,
earlier.
perfect.
Gonna attempt to head up.
The elevator is called.
Boop.
Kung Fu Fenris, Peter Pan. Ew.
Damn.
The door opens up and you see that there are 4 Shi, all of whom have weapons drawn and pointed directly at the door of the elevator. 2 of them are nasty-looking cutlasses. One of them is holding what looks to be just this huge mace, and another one who's holding a crossbow. You do
I-
not sense cold iron.
Have stashed the papers underneath the foot mat in my car.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good spot.
Yep. And so I'm here to aid in the escorting of Zisterflex to see the Baron
Identify yourself.
Patches, Dame Patches,
Fucking
App.
steward of the Spark, Abdougal. I'll get used to
Ew.
this eventually.
Fine. Get in.
God, they're like the mean girls.
Your
All
weapons on the ground.
Rifle, sidearm.
You can pick them up when you leave.
I'm gonna remove the clips from
You like
the
disarm them
sidearm.
properly.
I'm gonna put the rifle into the grappling hook configuration just in case they try to pick it up.
You
Uh,
just put it back in its box.
yeah, well that too.
Yeah, the defense grid is not functioning. It got torched by a dragon.
Oops.
Has Sister agreed to come with you? If not,
He's
I
barricaded himself in his office.
can I help you with this?
Yeah, go ahead and go get him out. I don't want to have to hurt him.
That would be very problematic for everyone. I'm gonna head towards Sister's office.
As you head towards Sister's office, you see that there's one. If you turn your head into the office that is your office, you see that there is a Baelor Shi who currently has her hand pressed right up against Cog's chest and pinning him to a wall.
Could you please let go of that young boy?
She doesn't answer you.
Excuse me, ma'am.
You have a job to do. Go do it. He's
Excuse
not being hurt.
Looking at Cog.
Cog looks like pissed. Where once he would look terrified, now he looks pissed.
Nice.
Cog, we're going to let them speak to Sister.
Oh my god.
Let me.
I don't know why we have to listen to these punks.
Let's play this diplomatically. And I want to give him a stern look.
The words "Ferk diplomacy" dies on his tongue as you give him this look.
I definitely feel him, and I'm gonna head towards Sister's office. some more.
Technically, a drink has been spilled, just in case that matters for the
Oh, yes,
bingo
it
card.
did.
What happens,
We
Squirt?
have lots and lots of paper towels if you need more.
I think we're good. Just a little bit of water.
Oh, here's
And that's
just a bit of water.
Oh, and my spine.
Oh my god, he's gone.
Yeah, we're good. Sorry.
Go and do your job. You hesitate any more than that, and I'll kick you out, and then we'll have to find another way to get him out of his office.
If you want to make it more difficult, okay? I'm continuing towards Sister's office.
So there are two other she who are standing outside Zister's office who look very angry, and they are shouting, but you don't hear any other words beyond the door.
So they're outside?
They're outside the office. The office is frosted glass.
Yeah. Sorry, can I try to take him in peacefully so that this can just be over and done with quickly?
Fine. And they back away from the door.
Sister, it's Patches.
Patches?
Yeah.
Patches?
Yes, Sister, it's
Get in
me.
here.
I'm gonna look at them and put my hand on the door. I'm gonna go in, close the door behind me.
Okay. Inside,
Yep.
you see that there's a big note on the desk that just reads, "Ferk off."
You were right.
Zister's not in here. There is, however, a tiny little recorder, and then you hear, "Patches?"
I'm gonna
Absolutely incredible.
turn it down.
Okay.
And
What a
I'm
dude.
going to murmur so that hopefully if they have their ears to the wall, they'll hear some voice. And yeah, just start saying stuff. And also start thinking about casting a cantrip. I'll get to that
Sophia,
after.
Yes.
and Brom, you both land in the garden. There is no one currently in the garden.
I'm sorry I was snappy.
I'm sorry I was snappy.
Sorry. And Marv shifts back to his...
And I'm sorry for the next 24 hours it's going to seem like I don't care about anything.
Why would you say that?
Because I'm trying to keep my emotions in check.
Why?
Because my husband is locked in a dungeon.
Your emotions are part of who you are.
This is how we're going to win.
Yes, ma'am.
Do I protect the guru?
Do you?
I mean, I don't really care, but you might, and I figure that you might actually be someone I should be helping. So do I protect him?
They are our allies, yes.
Oh, okay. You take care of that dream. It's very important.
Thank you.
And he jumps off the building.
Oh. Yeet. Bye. Just a few flat feathers come up.
Mute me, please.
Yep.
You can discuss amongst yourselves at this point.
Okay, do you need more wine?
I'm okay. I mean,
We
I-
finished this
The bottle
this
is
bottle.
yeah,
done.
yeah, but
But is there-
that's okay. I mean, I still go grab it. It's break time. Time.
Break time.
Break time.
So,
Break time.
This is bad. I meant what I said, just for the record. The notion that someone would be like, "Oh, power. oh, power! Like
Yeah.
instantaneously is just absolutely wild.
Which is, I think, why
Thanks, Kung Fu Fenris.
why Sophia is
Surprised by you.
is so convinced that this was not a surprise to him, and why I think that
Thank you, though.
if we had tried to get rid of the paper or had tried to hide it in any way, it would have come back to bite us in the ass. Because I think he was somehow tracking it. I think he was testing us, and I think it would have been an even bigger shit show. Because then we would have lost all our legitimacy. So Sophia's play was, we're keeping our integrity through all of this.
Yep.
And now, if he full on does shit that's like crimes against the crown,
See, this is interesting. I'm totally taking it at face value. You're not. Aragorn clearly isn't either. I'm taking this absolutely at face value that we just happened upon the thing that
Yeah.
would lend legitimacy. I like your play.
I
kind
like
of-
both.
Yeah, I kind of assumed you were at some point like that you were thinking maybe of following it up with like a, oh well, if you don't want to be in charge. Like,
Yeah.
that was sort of my intent.
yeah.
And things escalated,
Very
which is
quickly.
fine, but now we're going in a different, we're adjusting, as soon as aperitif started, shit
Those
got crazy.
Aperitifs.
It's okay.
I will say I was very ready to just be like, oh, okay, we're just gonna fight right here in this room.
Fighting, I don't think that would have been a good idea.
Okay, well, I'm gonna blow.
We'll
this guy
never
up.
know, but I don't think it
Like
would
at some
have
point,
been.
I'm just gonna blow this guy up, or I'm gonna.
That's
try it,
fair.
I guess. He seems powerful.
But like, if you blow this guy up, and it is not when we are in the right,
Correct.
then we can never hold like any prominent political position ever again.
I'm just an old washed up knight, baby.
Hey,
You're
we're
part of the
outside the
Queen's
law.
Guard.
No, we're not. We're outside the law. Specifically.
Uh,
We are the law. We are the law.
Yes, sir. do you wanna try that one liner again? Or?
Court is adjourned.
Yeah.
Mer.
Okay.
I guess I'd be
some
no help
launches
me
by
girl.
NPC, or by PCs. I'm curious how this would have played out without the invitation. Aragorn's got a great theory going too, John. Very interesting. Anyway, it's exciting.
God damn it, sister! I yell, and I'm headed back to the door.
Okay.
What the
Fucking portal passage. She's in one of the adjoining rooms or down in the workshop. And I'm gonna like stalk off towards the next room over.
The Baelor scatter.
Cool.
They're now hunting for him. I can smell you.
Okay, I'm going up that one first, whoever that is. That fucking asshole.
Okay, you're in the garden.
yeah, is there anyone else in the garden?
No.
Just the two of us, I believe, at the moment.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm just kidding. How do you want to proceed then?
We need to get everyone out and safe, and I don't know where we're going. We could seek refuge with the Guru. But if we do that, there will be a war.
And that is not what we want.
We just left one.
No, I agree. This is not what we want. Sometimes it comes to you, and you must respond. I hope that there's a way.
We'll go back to Quebec City.
Enlist the help of Duke
One
Granville.
book in a library had this piece of information. I need to know more about it. It's possible it was placed there.
You hear shouting from inside the exhaust.
We get everyone out, we go to Quebec City. That is my order.
I should mention one more thing, that the Golden Braid has been ordered to leave within the next 12 hours.
Great, we'll leave within the next 2.
I'm gonna
Okay.
poke my head out, but
Really
be
bad.
making my way towards the armory.
Incisor is standing in the exhaust. She's got her blooded gauntlets on.
Nice.
I don't give a fuck who the fuck you think you are.
And Sizer, we're trying to do this diplomatically. I appreciate what you're doing. I'm looking for Zister in here. And I'm like,
Zister? He's long gone. They'll never find him. You couldn't even find him back when he was trying to find the stupid dragon and you had your goddamn stewardship bestowed upon you. He's a ghost.
That is true.
Weird, he was just here. I just spoke to him. I thought he was going to still be in the spark.
You know, do you know about the self-destruct?
I don't know. Do you
I'm
know about this?
going to head into the room that I'm looking for Zister in.
Okay, so you head into the room that you're looking for Zister in, and inside you see Kyoko is typing away frantically at a keyboard.
She's playing Tetris.
On the keyboard.
I need you to distract them for another 2 minutes.
Perfect. I'm continuing to look for Zister, and I'm about to head into the armory to get some flashbangs.
There's going to be a self-destruct that will be announced.
Perfect. They have Zeron at Hearth's Light. They're keeping him peacefully, but that's good for you to know as members of Golden Braid.
Where's Sophia?
I believe on her way out. She's with Braun. They've got each other. Zister, where the furk are you? Stomp, 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 stomp.
And then you hear very, very distinctly, you as well, because there's a tiny little speaker out in the garden. This is just a flex. We've lost control of the spark. Self-destruct in 65 seconds and counting.
Seconds?
What a baller.
Okay.
Furk, say Zister, and I'm going to turn around and start
Kyoko,
charging.
like, bursts out of the office and starts just like running next to you.
Yeah, and I'm charging towards them. You need to get out. There's no freaking stopping this.
Where's Cog? Where's so we've got
Yeah, and I'm like starting to gather everyone.
Go, go, go.
Yeah.
One of the Baylor just starts dragging Cog by the shirt.
I'd like to try to extract him from her hands.
She lets go.
Hey!
One!
crazy what fear of going boom boom will do to a person.
Saley
Yeah.
comes up from underground as well, and Talus appears from as the elevator smashes up to the top, and the doors open, and he starts running out, and then the Baylor are like, it's him, and he just looks, he goes, I still got Duntain magic.
Oh.
And he's just like, and they start leaving, and he just shrugs, and he, give me the boy. He, like, takes Cog, and then you see him, like, pick him up as if he's going to carry him, but then slides a dagger into his hand, and then just starts running towards the elevator.
And I'm like literally like standing there like trying to cram everyone into
50.
the elevator.
Have we missed
49.
anyone? Son of a bitch.
48.
Have we missed anybody?
Claude.
Claude!
It's not here.
Claude! I just shout, I guess.
Kyoko says he's not here.
Okay. All right, thank you. Sorry about
And
that.
Incisor, is she getting ready to leave?
And Sizer's making sure that everybody else is leaving as well. And she's cursing up a storm about
I
Zister
mean, I
as
want to
well.
do something cool, but I don't know what.
It's my entire CD collection.
It's freaking everything. He wouldn't. You know, the spark is everything to him. This is. It's not unexpected. It's just
And Sizer checks the garden.
disappointing.
Oh,
We're here. We're leaving. It's all right.
We're going to Quebec City. Are you coming with us? Or do you
I'm
have
not
somewhere
reading
safe you can go?
Pardon?
I'm not leaving the rightful Countess's side.
What about everyone else?
I believe they're headed downstairs. To safety.
Okay.
We'll go together.
Yep.
Kyoko runs out into the garden.
I run to her.
You're staying together. You're going to need eyes on the ground. And she just like comes up and kisses Brom very lightly on his cheek
Patches, are you with us, or are you going? Are you in the
I
elevator?
was still by the elevator. but
Fantastic.
We all need to get out of here.
I
before we
know,
can
but
get
I was
the
trying to
Don't
think of a
lock me out of
cool
the
thing
house
that
again,
involves
okay?
all of us jumping off the terrace. A couple of different art, yeah. That's
fucking do
what
it.
I want to do. To the future. But there's, we've got we have ways to survive.
Don't lock me out of the house again, okay?
Keep your clothes with you, and I'll try. I'm kidding.
She pulls off her braid and hands it to you.
You're getting this back.
I might steal yours.
That would be all right too. I love you, Kyoko. Be safe.
And you keep her safe. I love you. And then she walks by and she just cups the back of Sophia's head and draws her in for this, like, if the kiss for Brom was relatively chaste on his cheek, just a very sort of impassioned kiss for Sophia. And that gives her enough that she then just falls off the side of the building.
That's my way. Just
Saley approaches you. 29, 28, 27.
I'd like to take Brahmin and Sizer's hands and jump off the terrace as well.
I am ready.
And transform into a dragon.
Oh! Well, that's not what I was expecting.
Are we?
Um,
I guess we're just on our own, hey?
could I have
I want to scoop up.
grabbed a
us.
flashbang?
Okay.
God.
Are you collecting your weapons?
Yeah, I'll grab my weapons, and what I want to do is I want to try to get the elevator doors to close with all the Baylor, like getting them out.
Yeah, they're gone.
Sorry, I thought you were already in the elevator. If you're still on this floor,
No, she's still in the exhaust.
I'm waiting for you then.
Great. And then I'd like to
Grab the booze, Patches.
no,
19.
I'd like to
18.
try to
You fuckers better get out of my freehold.
try to pry the door further. Pry the door
To where?
to the elevator because
Okay.
I want to throw a flashbang like on top of the elevator.
I'm
And
gonna
then
get scared.
head out towards the garden where I saw Kyoko and Incisor go.
So now you see these two and Incisor. And Saley is coming with you.
So is this real? Is this real? Do I actually care? Or am I just walking back in there?
Real enough.
We're going to Quebec City.
I'm gonna fucking...
10.
Yeah, fly
9.
fly everyone. Windrunner everyone.
I was going to fly us as a dragon.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Please let me have my
Yeah,
dragon.
no, that's fine.
Let me have my
7.
6.
6.
I start pushing people towards the edge. Yeah.
5.
Oh, we all hold hands.
4.
And we're going to jump off the explosion.
Damn all of you for making me do this. 2. 1. And you hear thump, 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 thump. And you can feel heat and light rushing towards you as Sophia forgets that she doesn't actually have 4 glamour and you all plummet to your death!
Yay! We have other ways. Yeah.
No, you can transform.
Hooray! We're going to find out what my carrying capacity is.
I didn't think that was actually what was going on. I assumed it was fake.
Please roll me your perception kenning.
Sorry.
All of us?
Whoever wants. Not you. You're focusing on other things.
Got it.
For detail oriented?
No.
O's?
Can.
No.
Oh, okay.
I assume that's more
Actually,
than diff
yes.
Yay!
5,
Didn't-
so that's a bot.
Oh, I mean the one time that it does apply and it doesn't even matter.
Sport.
So that's a botch.
2 successes. Yikes.
Oh my god, the spark is gone.
Brom, roll me your intelligence Greymare, please.
I now have a specialty in glamour.
It applies.
Oh my god.
You botched?
Yep. 555541.
That's bad. Yeah, that's bad. That's a fail. That's a fail.
Okay.
Yeah.
You detect a distinct glamour signature coming from the spark itself, and then it just engulfs in this one huge bright light with no sound accompanying it, and then everything just goes dark around it as you're flying away.
Whoa.
It's okay. He'll bail our.
So you're flying away on a dragon.
Yeah. Furiously flying.
Didn't expect that.
So the dragons?
You're flying.
I love it. We'll have to go back once we have more information. More support, more backup. We have to go back for Pacificania.
Of course.
Lord Zeron, sorry.
He no longer has the real papers. They'll disappear shortly. He also will think that everyone's coming to do what he wants. So, that'll also slow him down, hopefully, for a little while.
So he may be distracted from pursuing us. Although, I guess that might not be what he wants.
Yeah.
Until he realizes we all got away. But where is this reflex? But
I
where
didn't think
is
it was
this-
a real explosion. I really thought he was just, Kyoko was just hacking up a fake
Freehold's
countdown.
not blown up. They're going to think that it is. But the reason that we're not there right now is because they'd be able to find out if we were still there.
Right.
Good. 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 Good.
But the instant that they find Zista, they've got leverage.
They already have some. Sorry.
They have their own.
Mother. Turn back.
No.
It's what they want.
Stupid dragon, turn back. Let's go rescue your husband.
And I
No,
breathe
that's
a
what they
blast
want.
of fire just in like anger.
Like a little tiny
like a-
jet stream of like, tss.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can hiss some out.
Gets my hair. I'm
whoa,
home.
whoa, whoa.
Well, that's what
Christ.
they want.
What are we hoping to find?
I don't know.
Backup.
Backup?
Mab's
Leverage.
probably still in the apartment.
No.
The apartment, not...
That's okay.
She's like, oh, lockdown. Good thing I've got my supplies. Just
She's having, like, the biggest party of her life.
Martinis.
Yeah.
Biggest party of her life.
Support, backup, leverage. We need a place to regroup. We were on the defensive from the beginning of the night and we didn't even know it.
I can't believe he would.
I
can't believe he would be so stupid.
He has a lot of friends that were all ready and waiting.
He knows this will bring a war on his head, does he not? If not from us, then from someone else.
Thinks that this legitimacy will give him enough sympathy from enough Cathane that it'll just be us versus him, and that perhaps we will be frowned upon and bow to that.
He thinks he's untouchable.
He is not.
From that pang happens again.
I've left something undone.
Of course, you need your freehold. There's still much to create in Cross's shadow, Brom.
It's not ours to create in anymore.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna.
It is everyone's.
You get a text message as you're flying.
Yeah.
Can
I was
on my
about to
phone
start
while I'm on the
texting.
back of a dragon.
I mean, you can.
Thank you.
You got some athletics.
There are photographs. Kyoko is taking shots of Heart's Light. You see that there's now banners of Baelor pouring out of the windows.
Oh my god! like
except,
20 minutes.
well, sorry.
No.
She describes the banners because
Oh.
they wouldn't show up on a photograph, but there are people coming in and out.
Look
Right.
at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me sick.
Look at this graph.
I'm writing a text to 7. Baron Valen of House Baelor has taken control of Heart's Light, has ousted Countess Sophia, has taken Count Zeron hostage, has kicked Zister out of the Spark, and has... What was it that he said about the Golden Braid?
We were
Persona
declared-
non grata.
Persona non grata.
Has declared the Golden Braid persona non grata and crosses shadow.
He also wasn't nearly complimentary enough of the lobster.
I actually don't remember anything that you said about the lobster.
I assume that the High Queen should likely know
He's
of
supposed to
this
spit in my face.
move against a large plot of land.
Oh yeah, and Thrall the Prodigal.
Great tracts of land. You get a response. Do you mean Duke Velen?
Since when? I type back.
And then you get await further contact.
I informed Sophia because she wasn't in the room. No, you weren't in the room. He wanted us to refer to him. He asked that we refer to him as Your Grace.
I imagine he was not asking much.
Right.
7 seems to feel the same, so that's interesting.
Perhaps the channels are already open that he's declared this takeover.
Well, now
Pass
that
the
it's all out in the open, we can speak to Duke Granville about it. There was a lot that he couldn't tell me at the time. Now I don't see why anything should be a secret anymore.
Was there anyone else amongst the guru? You had a business card from one of them, didn't you?
Oh yes, we can contact Can't Stop the Funk, Larry, and Dina whenever we want.
You let me know. Seeing as they've got past the Kenny and it's my fault.
Patches,
You get a phone call, Patches.
Yep,
You're answering it?
yep.
Hello. Am I reaching Dame Patches ap Dougal?
Correct.
Hi, this is Sir Kent ap Baelor.
I feel like I've met a Sir Kent, or am I crazy? Or
Sir
is
Kent
this-
was the one at my wedding who swore allegiance.
Oh, cool.
behalf of
on
Velen.
behalf of Velen, who
He's very mad about
Yeah.
that now.
Hi.
Well, not mad, but you know what I mean.
What brings you to contact me?
I'm here to inform you of one thing and to make one request. I'm to inform you that I have been fully reinstated as part of the house and as part of the retinue. I am currently acting as Duke Velen's personal mouthpiece.
Duke Valen's personal mouthpiece. All right. Well, since this is a brand new title for you, please choose your words carefully. I don't want you to get yourself in any trouble on your very first day.
The second is we are aware that you have taken items from the Duke.
Duke?
Pages.
Duke Granville?
I am to inform you that if they are not returned,
I don't recall taking any pages from Duke Granville.
then we will kill the Count.
You will kill the Count if I don't return pages
That phone
from
hangs up.
Oh,
He's just a mouthpiece. He doesn't negotiate.
I'd like to redial the number.
Sure. Hello?
Hi, sorry, I'm afraid that I'm not quite clear. I have... Is it because Valen referred to himself as your grace, so by the Duke, did you mean Valen? I'm very sorry. I'm a little bit confused. I understand you're just presenting the message you were told to. Could you seek clarification for me?
Duke Velen wants his pages back.
Duke Velen wants his pages back.
If you don't give him those pages back before the Golden Braid is to leave Montreal, he will kill Count Zeron ap Fiona.
If I don't give the pages back, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to repeat this out loud.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you for delivering the message. Good luck with your new appointment.
I don't know if I... Didn't I do that the previous phone call?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize who this Duke was. He had always been the Baron until just now. That's news to me, so I was very confused who you're talking about.
Oh, I'm glad that we could come to an understanding about this situation.
Good luck with your new position. I hope it doesn't cause you too much harm. Click.
Oh.
Harm?
Maybe she said arm.
Ominous.
Ooh.
So yeah, I said that out loud.
Then we could, yeah. I see. So it's threats then.
So, we get to Chateau Frontenac. We make as good a facsimile of that paper as we can. And you wayfare back there and deliver them the original. Sound fair?
Is it wise to put me into potentially their hands? There are far more of them than I
We will
myself.
find someone who can deliver it.
FedEx.
We will FedEx it back to them.
I know that we
FedEx
said that we
tomorrow.
were going to deliver this in one business day, but we lied. And it's going to be maybe 3. Hope
I'll
that's not
just
a
send
problem.
another one through Canada Express Post,
Yeah.
Intelcom. Yeah, right.
Really important this arrived today.
Yeah, prop. You want to go to here. Remember it. Think about it when Flicker Flash goes
Oh yeah,
off.
we can do that with just a prop.
Can I?
Can you?
Probably.
Yes, you can
Oh,
just...
I didn't know that.
Fucking
Pages.
awesome.
I thought it had to be
Flashing
conscious
anvil
enough to know
on
where it wanted to go.
No.
Oh, cool.
If it's just a piece, if it's just
Oh,
a
man.
thing, you decide where it
I
goes.
could have been Flicker Flashing like
Anvils on top of heads.
prop, like not
Yeah, that's a bad
prank.
example.
I could have been prank Flicker Flashing things to people.
Could have been sending cupcakes to the Duke.
Yes, cupcakes.
Yes.
Definitely
What are you
not.
gonna send? Like one of your boobs?
No, sex toys. Come
Oh,
on.
fair enough. That's way better.
Well, good thing
one.
We're on our way there.
I used plaster to make a goblet out of...
Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry, Kate.
No. One boob.
just so many questions.
Oh, a new... Oh, wow, a new present from...
It's just like a
Why?
bloody boob.
What's in the box?
Can you mute me?
What's in the box? Oh, yes, of
Yes,
course. Sorry.
please.
That's
Oh,
me. That's
good
my
grief.
job.
Oh my god.
Ay, yoy.
How long do you think it takes for a dragon to fly to Quebec City?
They fly very fast. I imagine faster than a car, so I'd say a couple hours. But I am not an expert, so perhaps I should.
The resident expert.
Yes, of course.
Dragons don't actually fly that quickly.
Oh.
The advantage is that they fly,
Right.
but they're not like peregrine falcons or anything like that.
Ah, but I don't have to deal with traffic.
True.
See, that's in that case, yes. Like the advantage is that they don't have to. They can go line of like as the crow flies.
Yeah. Because of the yeah. That was
We have to stop being so wacky, Kung Fu Fenris.
But
has a sword
it would take
midsection.
you about an hour and a half to 2 hours to fly to Quebec City.
All right, so that's 2 hours down from our 12-hour.
No, like 3 hours. Sorry. Yeah,
Okay,
3 hours.
so now we're at
You've traveled
9
about as
hours
fast as a
remaining.
car.
okay.
So we got 9 hours left of the 12-hour
Correct.
Yeah.
remain.
55 minutes by plane. Yes, but
Perfect.
It's
That's a plane. They go real fast.
a plane.
Plane goes meow.
She's not unladen. She is a laden dragon.
That is correct. And Brahm has been eating his patty cakes, if you know what I mean.
Oh, good God.
He's large. He's a tall man.
Look, I was told that if I needed to be in charge, I needed to be also large.
African or European dragon? I don't know that.
Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna land.
This is gonna be really bad.
So there are very good reasons why you wouldn't want to flicker flash a grenade, because if you try to cast flicker flash and it doesn't work the way you want it to, then the grenade will just sit there and explode.
Yeah.
And then like its fragments will make it there, but you'll be dead. I will also point out that when the instant that somebody starts being like, okay, well, I'll come up with a plan where I'll put a GPS on it so that the instant that it finds itself in a certain location, it'll explode on its own. Like, that's great. The instant you start finding out one-shots with cantrips, I'll stop it by one-shotting you. Like,
no warnings or anything, eh, John? You're just like.
well,
you're
it's
dead.
more like, look, if it's something that's neat and interesting, that's fine. But there's a reason why game systems are approximations of reality and not actually reality, because it would be incredibly lame if you're just like, yeah, anytime I just want to kill somebody, I just do this set thing and it just takes care of itself. So
There
yeah,
you go. That's what it's like.
Kung Fu Fenris, along with everybody else, you are not the first player to come to me with like, but I can do this because of the rules, and you will not be the last. But I will also shut them down every time.
But if it's cool, we can try it. Depending on what it is, I guess. Woof. Well, damn.
Damn, I wish I was your lover.
Pretty soon I have a feeling we might be
What?
lovers. Because
We
it's a
could
dangerous
be
time, you see.
lovers.
Lovers in a dangerous time.
We can't do that. We could be lovers, and that's a fact.
Since I left.
More or less.
Cool.
It's getting very strange, frankly.
Okay. Oh dear.
The story.
You arrive.
I'm gonna transform back to myself.
Acanthe comes out, and she's got a very like quizzical look on her face. She's holding a lantern up as she sees you carrying Incisor, Saley, Talus, and these two.
Talus is there?
Yeah.
Cog.
Sorry, Cog. No,
No,
Cog and Talus went into the elevator.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're not
That's
there.
what I
Yeah.
meant. Yeah.
Cool.
My bag.
I guess I would have quickly texted Cog to make sure he was okay right after we.
He just gives you a thumbs up emoji.
Okay. If that's typical of him, then I will not inquire further.
And so you were not here, and now you are here again.
We need to speak to His Grace, please.
His Grace is in conversation right now.
Though he probably knows.
This is important.
Should we stay here and not make ourselves seen to his guests?
I'll see that your rooms are prepared.
Are there any representatives here from House Baylor?
I imagine that the Duke is speaking to one right now on the phone.
Right. It would be preferable if they didn't know we were here.
That's all right, Miss Jenkins.
Yes.
Jenkins? The fuck is Jenkins?
But I give Incisor a like,
See, Crosshair, that would be fine.
Yes.
That would be completely fine, and I would be completely okay with
so sweet. But again, if it doesn't work the way you
Again,
want it
if
to,
you don't get the right number of successes, you show up and be like, hi, fellas!
Oh no!
No, that's why you wait till you feel it happening, then you go, whip.
Whoop.
Because
Yeah, so you're just kinda like-
the reality I would
Yeah.
adjudicate in that
Yeah.
situation is you wouldn't know how long you had.
Yeah.
I know technically when you cast it, like you do because you're the player and all
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
but in my mind, you wouldn't.
It was supposed to be this, but sure. That too.
Oh, it looks
Take
like
a
we're
chill
engaged.
pill, man.
Because I got you a ring, motherfucker.
Ah. Oh, very good. All right. Well,
Okay, to the library.
all right.
You discovered a piece of information. We need to know when it was drafted. We need to know if there's any supporting documentation. We need to know what High King David's situation was at the time that he made this.
We have to verify the legitimacy of both the original book and the pages. The pages which are not with us.
Yeah, you have the pages.
You know, I stashed them under the floor of the car mats.
car.
In
Oh,
my, in
they're
my
in the
fucking
Lambo.
car. Because that feels like a place that I would never usually stash something on purpose.
Oh, so we're not
So-
FedExing anything back to them.
Oh, we're FedExing them something. It just won't be that
I
unless
see.
we also go to actually fetch them the originals.
Two birds,
But
one
you were
stone.
saying
Get rid of the
forging
car.
one, so
Yeah,
forge
but
it.
I thought we'd have the original to work off of.
We'll have the original other half. So I'm going to make it look like
Excellent.
Ay, ay.
We'll figure it out.
I'm not so sure we will. Uncle Sophia.
So what are you doing?
Going to the library.
But I was just at the library.
Twice in 1 week? What
Look,
a
the
day.
books are out of order.
Oh no!
What prick did this?
Oh god.
Oh.
Sophia's asking to be shown
Yeah.
where they got the original books.
book.
Ah, dying inside. The way that you're treating books?
Carefully taking them out and placing them and opening them up.
We have Saley and Incisor, yes? Sorry, just to be clear.
You have salient incisor, right?
Correct.
Cool. I'm going to take Incisor aside, if I may.
What?
I just want you to know that I think we may have to. Look, just as much as the Countess, just as much as Patches, I want this to be resolved diplomatically. He's in the wrong, but sometimes we have to show force. I want to know that you're on my side if the fists start flying.
What, as opposed to their side? Who the fuck do you think I am?
Someone who cares very much for the Countess Sophia. That's who.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. We'll fuck them up.
Good. We can't leave Cross's shadow in disgrace in 12 hours. Obviously, we've already left Cross's shadow in disgrace once today. We can't do it twice.
Okay. Don't worry, I got your back. What the fuck is this?
Just making
Are you
sure.
saying that just in case, like, Sophia asks me not to fight, but you're already fighting, that I should fight with you?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Is that true?
Oh, shit. I didn't think of that
I'm
one.
doing it.
Yeah, your difficulty is 3.
Oh shit. Okay.
Please be a botch.
No, come on. No, there's a lot of successes here. There's a 5.
She's not lying.
Oh, great. Oh, don't I feel terrible? All right. Can I send a message? We got in contact with 7. Kind of. Duke Granville is. Acanthea knows we're here. Oh, the queen, the other queen.
Fairlith.
That's the no.
Laurel?
Yeah, that's
North?
the ticket. Queen of Northern Ice. Do I have some way of contacting her? Her private cell.
You don't have it.
I do.
Okay.
You gonna ask me?
Yes, I'm coming up to you while you're rifling through books and so on. Countess Sophia.
Yes?
Patches, you get a
contacting
phone call.
Queen Laurel.
I'll let them do first and then I'll...
At this rate, I think she already knows.
Perhaps we should get ahead of that news.
I'll bet Countess Ware knows as well.
Can you contact her or not?
I'm sure when I open up my phone, there will be a text message from her.
Thank you. I was like, I see you're still looking at that book then.
That's right.
All right.
Patches.
Hello.
You mind explaining to me why it turns out that we're not allowed to get back on the island now?
I'm stuck on the river.
A man who I met as Baron Valen, who apparently is now calling himself Duke Valen of House Baelor, seems to believe that he has lineage through mortal lines to be the rightful heir and ruler of Cross's Shadow, and has decided to just,
It's not.
give the big old middle finger to everyone on the island.
So when are we not allowed to be on there?
9.
9 hours.
Just from now?
Which means I got 9 hours to get myself into the island.
Are you sure of that?
Well, what are we gonna do? We can't exactly let him just take over.
He does have Cesaron in his custody and has threatened to end his life if I don't give him some paper. So,
Do you understand how much merchandising we'd lose if we lost Xenon?
The
He's our number one
lunchboxes.
seller.
oh, I understand. We'd have to
wrong with
try to
them.
convince Sophia to join in instead. And that just isn't going to happen, I don't think, at this rate.
Who do we still have on the ground? Where are you?
How many drinks did you have at Sophia's wedding?
Whoa.
Well, after a certain point,
No,
you
no,
probably
no, no, no,
lose
this is, no,
count.
no, no. I get where. Good. Sorry, good.
None.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, that
Yeah, I mean, good. I'm glad it's you. That relieves me.
I'm glad I remembered.
I also would have been like, 50.
Wait, did he not?
3, like, it was excellent.
Did he not drink?
There was a thing.
I seem to recall him not drinking, except that we had like I think around like a toast or something.
shot. Water.
That doesn't count as a drink.
Okay.
Champagne or
Then I
something.
don't know. That's good.
Look,
How
I must say,
uncharacteristic.
if I have just one, it doesn't count as I'm drinking.
Yeah.
That's actually probably.
So,
He gives you the right answer.
yeah, that's fair. I was like, uh-oh. Kyoko was at least at some point outside Heart's Light.
Damn that bunny.
She's too good. Too good for us.
Right.
I don't know where Helena was last. Otherwise,
Well, she's not in Montreal. She
Subram
would have turned to home fighters a long time ago.
and I are in Quebec City. I don't know where Claude is. I looked to Incisor. We don't know where Claude is.
Claude. That's that boggin gotten off too. And then you hear like tap, 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 tap.
I'll answer at any point. Call me back if you need me.
Listen,
Hmm?
what's your primary objective?
Don't want to sacrifice Zeron, but I also don't want to let him control the island. I don't want to let Valen control the island.
You tell me what you're working on and I'll make sure that the others are working on something else.
We're looking to mollify Valen as long as we can while we form a better plan in such a way that will not risk Zeron's life.
Understood. Sophia, you get a text message.
That's a good point, Crosshair.
Oh, Brom's
oh,
holding my phone.
I have Sophia's.
Okay, so you
Tell
text
me
message
what it
comes up.
says.
It's from where, and it
Yeah.
says, "What is going on, and what do you need?"
I relay this information.
We're going to blow up the ocean.
Ask her, please, if she feels comfortable scrying. Understanding how good his claim is. Any information that we have would be helpful, but to not make waves with Baelor.
So I communicate this back. Is it possible to scry? Oh no, the question was what's going on.
Oh yeah, so give a brief.
Velen has claim
Yeah,
over the county and has taken control.
claims he has claim, yeah.
So the door bursts
definitely
open
has
to the
claim.
library, and Granville just starts striding in. He is
Yeah.
peaked.
I finished communicating the message, and then I put "This is Brom" in brackets, and then I send it, and then I pass the phone back, and there's nothing from the Queen.
Velen has just told me that Zister Flex has sworn allegiance to him.
He thinks that's the case.
What happened?
You know what happened.
How on earth did he decide that suddenly it was time for him to crawl out of his hole?
It was something that was found in this very library.
He utters a word which is not comprehensible in English or indeed any mortal language, but sounds like a, naughty anyway.
My knocker self is very pleased that he swore so extremely.
This needs to be fixed. If he's claiming that he's a duke, it means that he could also try making a claim for many rivers.
That's right.
Your Grace, as near as I understand, he has a legitimate claim over the county of Cross's Shadow.
This is what we're trying to figure out. His reaction to learning about his claim leads me to believe that he was expecting it.
and
Leads
that
me to
he's-
believe that maybe this paper was planted here. He has been setting this up for some time, at least.
I'd like to take the book that I found the pages in the back of.
Okay.
And yes, why does he think he's a duke?
Because he is.
Since when?
He always has been.
So he just lied by calling himself a baron to
Your
us?
Grace,
There's
you
no
called him
law
a
against
baron.
that. He only just told me. I didn't know. But it's confirmed with my contacts in House Baelor. He is a duke. He owns that title rightfully. You both get a text.
Uh-huh.
It says, "My little flame and his majesty are safe, Brom. I will see what I can find out."
Oh, cute.
I text back several heart emojis and also the words "thank you."
Eggplant, because he's seen it happen. Like, I thought that it was just a polite way to greet someone.
Yeah, so we have red hearts and purple hearts. It's sort of a bleeding heart
I
situation.
also enjoy peaches and rain.
These are a few of my favorite things.
I'm gonna backward glance on the back panel
Okay.
to
What's
hope.
your bunk?
I wonder if it's someone we know.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna lie down on the floor of the.
His Majesty. Yeah. Ah, got it.
Sneasel!
Sure hope this.
floor of the library and put my legs up on Duke Granville. Like, use him to, like, as a leg rest while I'm, like, looking at the back of this book.
So
Seems familiar.
So that's what they call it. All right. Ah, the Dewey Decimal.
Is it like that 50s pinup style where like someone's lying down and their legs are straight up kind of thing?
Sure, yeah.
All right.
If that'll give me more bunk points, yes.
Oh, if that'll give me
Might
more
have to
bunk
pose
points. So that's how it goes.
I don't know. It was the point is to be very
Level 2, go ahead.
inappropriate for Okay, 2.
Crosser got to it at the same time.
We're having the worst over here.
Oh,
We're having
God.
the best
You know
time
what?
ever.
Because of that pun, it's 3.
Yes, thank
The
you.
Dewey Decimal System.
Okay.
So good.
Oh, that was my green card. It's
Oh,
okay.
my God. We won't need it where we're going.
Wow.
The green card.
Oh, got it. Wait, what?
What? Here, Scott. Eat this.
Okay. No, let's
Do not
put that
eat.
away. Elizabeth, put that away. We're in the middle of the game.
But I want to eat it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
I
7
thought you liked your
successes.
So I can go back. I mean,
Was
up
she
to
talking about
5
your
puts me
kids?
back a year.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if.
So I thought she was talking
That
about
will
Mrs.
take
Up to 5
Kenny
puts
and
you back a
Zara.
year.
She could have
Yeah.
also, my little
So
flame.
let me just see here for a second.
Yeah, very good.
Right?
No, it's the kids.
This is backwards glance. That you're
Yeah,
using?
backwards glance.
That's true, actually, Aragwen. We almost misinterpreted that.
I fully did.
Okay. Well,
And so my timer event would be when the pages were put into the back of the book.
Okay, so what are you looking for?
I'm trying to see who put the pages in the back of the book.
So if it happened more than a year ago, the
Yeah.
cantrip will fail.
Yeah. It's okay. Doesn't
Yeah,
it's
but
chimerical,
gives us
so it
some
doesn't
information.
cost me any glamour, so I don't give a fuck.
Oh!
I wish it had missed.
I also.
Okay. You can see you can see a boggin, female.
Mm-hmm.
Were you to describe this, Brom would recognize this as the boggin who encountered him at the site.
So the one that I
Caitlin.
Oh, yeah,
She's also there, yeah.
you were also there. Yeah.
Then yes.
What?
So it's her. It's Caitlin. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I forgot that you
Yeah,
showed up
okay.
afterwards, and you were sassy to her because that's what Patches does.
Yep.
I was also sad.
You see Caitlin pulling out a very sharp X-Acto blade and cutting into the end page, and then sliding those sheets of paper inside,
Incredible.
and then
Sorry.
gluing it up.
In that case, then I'll want to try to follow her backward. So to before she did that, to try to follow the pages themselves backward. To see,
What are you looking for?
trying to follow where she got those pages. So I'm following her.
Your focus is of the book,
Yeah.
so
Recast.
you would have to cast it on the pages, which you don't have access to right now.
Can I focus it on her at that time?
You can't focus on her because you have to look at her.
Oh. Sorry. I'm looking at this.
So the realm determines the focus of the postcognition, but
Yeah.
you need the focus to be able to do it.
Okay. Then I'm going to go to the page that's ripped in half. And
Okay.
try the same on that.
No,
To
that's
okay.
that is still part of the book
Okay.
because that is
Yep.
you ripping
Yep.
the book, so that's still part of the same
Okay.
cantrip. Happens the same day.
And
She's the one who tore it out of the book.
okay. Okay.
You scrabble back and forth in the book, and that's the only time that she has visited. Unfortunately, it isn't clear when she did this, just that it happened.
Can I tell what she's wearing?
Yes.
Is she wearing clothes that would suggest warmer, cooler weather?
She is wearing clothing that would suggest like comfortable indoor wear, so probably not summertime.
Okay.
I mean, she's inside. She's not
Yeah,
wearing,
she could be like she could have taken off her winter coat, but yeah,
Yeah.
if she was like in a sundress or short shorts or whatever,
Yeah,
I would
she's
assume
not
it was
neither of
summer.
those, and she's not in an overalls either.
Okay.
Yeah.
She is wearing what seems to be a sensible pantsuit.
Okay. I need to know when Caitlin last visited. I'll need to speak to Baroness Acanthea. Hopefully she'll know. But it seems these pages...
She's still there.
Oh.
Oh, good.
There's a boggin named Caitlin who apparently visited and defiled this book.
I will investigate.
Thank you.
And she totters out.
She seems to have ripped the pages and hidden them herself.
Do you think that then she tampered with the pages?
I couldn't see anything to that effect.
Why hide the proof that you need?
Sophia, Brom, Patches, you all get a text.
Yeah. Is it from someone we should...
It's from Kyoko.
Okay.
Wolf rescued by crow, question mark.
Give her a thumbs up. TY. Thank you.
There were a few hearts.
And I write back, of course, like a mini novel, like, that is Marv, he is our friend. Sorry, that sounds like something out of Mice and Men. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Marv, he's our friend.
I don't want to talk about Of Mice and Men.
No, you wouldn't, would you?
it's not doesn't turn out great for the bunny.
Point. Excellent point, sir. But yeah, I kind of briefly explained. Yeah.
Does Pespaganiot have a cell phone? I can't remember.
Yeah,
He does?
yeah. He's the one that we have, and at least Patches has the number, so she'd pass it to
Right, but
Sophia.
we can't contact Kaylee or.
Yeah, Kaylee
Yeah.
doesn't.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Bark?
text him and just say, could you call me as soon as possible, please? I'm glad you're safe.
Okay.
I'm gonna start studying the pages, the ripped pages, and the texture of the paper and the ink used and all of that.
Aganthea returns and claims that the last time that a boggin by the name of Caitlin was here, she claimed that she was Caitlin Ap Gwydion,
Oh, bitch.
Oh, bitch.
and she was here in September of 2019. She has the exact date. I will tell you
Yeah,
it's not that
That's
important.
fine. Yeah.
So they've been planning this since before September of last year. That checks out.
Does it?
Yes, we need to know what else they did between then and now.
There's usually some blank pages at the front end or back of a book.
Yep,
I'd like,
especially old books.
yeah, I'd like to pull out my pocket knife and very carefully pull.
Aganthea gasps.
I go to steady her. Steadying, I'm sure.
She punches you in the face.
Very gently cut those pages out, like tidily,
Yep.
so that I can eventually rip them to match. And
You're creating a forgery.
Mhm.
Okay. That is going to be
I am going to take like several hours.
dexterity expression. Your difficulty is 7.
Expression.
Sophia, if they have been planning this for a long time,
I'll
and I'm
spend a
sure
little
they
power.
have, it's going to be impossible for us to track their movements over the last year.
We're going to find a way.
We don't have much time.
Countess Viara,
Steady hand.
Yes.
we need to find someone
Yes.
who can tell us something about her. Naturally, we would want to ask High King David. Who else can we ask? Feralith.
Plus a willpower.
Let's contact Feralith.
4 successes. Okay.
On fire. Dice are on fire. It's okay.
And are you sending this off?
I'll let them know when I'm done.
Is there
Yeah.
anything that anybody else needs to accomplish?
Oh, plenty, but we can do that later.
Yeah, not at this moment.
I'm making a list for myself.
Oh, that's. Thank you. Good. My list is slash and burn, so thanks.
All right. Trevor opens the door to a staircase off of a billiards room. He starts walking down. It's like the kind of staircase that you know is just like 3 steps away from just collapsing. You know the kind you've probably stepped on one once or twice in your life.
Not sure.
And he tilts his head and he indicates. The door opens up again at the top of the staircase, and this time there's some lighter steps as they go down. What did you find? I understand that it is somewhat delicate for you to hold on to this, but we can't let him out of the city at this point. But you have to swear to me. You have to swear to me that you will not tell a living soul that he is here other than myself. Sure. Yeah, I swear to that. That's fine. I mean, you're gonna owe me plenty. That's... Yes, of course. We're going to owe you plenty. Fine. What do you want from me? I want to make sure that if I'm ever in trouble, you're going to come and help. You and the rest of your... Fine. Trevor is not a slow. Trevor is a red cap.
Oh, one of the red caps. Yeah.
No, that's Travis.
That's Daddy's Travis.
No,
That's
Trevor is the one that I intimidated, I think. When there was a little band of them that attacked the Spark briefly. Trevor was, I think, the only one I talked to. There's Travis, Trevor, Taylor.
All right, you come up with 400 NPCs.
Yeah, it's like it's been
That's
hundreds
the
of
thing.
episodes.
It's super impressive.
Yeah.
You ever played chess? No. Why the fuck would I play chess? Do you know about chess? Yes, fine. All right, so you know that there are two pieces in chess. There's the king and the queen. This is the king, which means that if he's captured, it's game over for everybody. But the king himself, he only moves one square. He's weak. He doesn't actually do much. Okay, fine. Then who's the queen? I think we'll end the session there.
I am.
Yeah, I really want Claude to just be like, "That's me. I am the queen now."
Look, I'm so fabulous.
You try pulling off these ears.
How do I reach these keys?
Keys. Of course. Yay! Wow. Whew. That was pretty wild. I have to
Sure
say.
was.
0 to crazy.
I didn't even tell you the news about Granville. So,
You bastard!
we're going to find out what these people learned. We're going to have our vote for the play of the game. Also, keeping track of what's going to happen in streams coming up in the coming week. All that, possibly more. Fancy Corner.
Right here. Right here. Fancy corner. I feel like you'd have like one of those speakers corners intros. If we could. Do you remember speakers corner? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about. You know.
I don't think so.
It's like little
Speaker of
televised
the
bits.
house?
No, it was like little televised bits on, I want to say TVO, but it might have been any Canadian channel.
I think it was
Where
TVO.
essentially they would give like people on the street like a soapbox more or less, but it was a little camera in a booth, so you could go in and be like, I think the state of this country is great,
Oh.
whatever. And mostly people would just be
Vaguely
like,
remember this.
don't
Yeah.
forget to eat your broccoli or whatever.
Yeah.
I clearly need to go watch
I
that.
wonder if yeah, Montreal might have had its own spin on that.
Speakers?
Trevor doesn't have a page, or even a wanted page. So
Trevor!
alas.
I will check my
It's okay.
notes and see where he
I
is
mean,
and why I
watch,
didn't.
you're going to check the notes, and like there isn't going to be any note
No,
of
I'm
any
just-
Trevor at
I'm just
all.
surprised I didn't. I wouldn't have linked him anyway, but.
Yeah,
I
No
might
Trevor.
not have.
Fuck. Oh well.
that's okay.
Trevor.
We can roll a memory check next session.
Oh yes, I have memory.
We do have to play the game to vote for, though.
Okay.
Voting for that is going to start now. Sophia risks it all to do the noble thing, and what matters most is stolen. Patches purloins the proof of the prodigal pretender's possibly proper position,
Okay.
and Brom laughs in the face of danger. Ha 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 ha!
I like
I added
that.
the fourth
I like
house.
that moment.
That sounds like something I would do. Oh, I did. I see.
You sure did.
I had forgotten. You see. Hooray!
So that's a vote 0, 1, or 2
Exclamation mark.
now.
Oh yeah. Okay, they know. You guys know.
Kate.
As much as Patches was like, I'm gonna let Sophia make the decision. As soon as things went south, she was like, fuck this guy. I need to do things, and I'm taking them into my own hands. So, you know, almost let go of
That
freedom.
was great.
Yeah.
Actually, it's great.
Elizabeth?
Sophia learned that, she had a plan for how she wanted the evening to go. It did not go that way, and now she's making a new plan.
That sounds ominous. Is it?
I haven't thought of what this plan is yet, so it's not ominous yet.
Yet.
If next week I'm like, I have my plan, then you'll know that something bad's gonna happen.
Scott.
I think I learned that Brom was the exact opposite of Patches in this session. In trying to do the right thing, I think he essentially kind of froze up a little bit. Not necessarily in a bad way, but just he really felt like Sophia had a plan, and then Patches had a plan, and he was like, I'm just going to go along with it. And now it would appear to him that they're in a much worse position. Whether or not that's true, I don't know.
So now he decides to make plans behind Sophia's back.
Correct. Well, he's just making sure he's got, people on side in case the shit hits the fan.
This is the problem.
Does
When
Brom
you
really
have somebody who's like, oh, plan B is violence, pretty often you end up resorting to plan B.
Okay. So you want to call me out in-game next session? High five me.
I will when I learn
You know who
it.
I'm going to call out
Excellent.
right now? I'm going to call
Someone?
out the winner of our play of the game.
Oh.
This time around, it's Patches.
Hey!
Oh. Purloining the proof.
The purloin's the
prodigal.
proof of the prodigal pretender's possibly proper position.
Nah. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I like though how you're like, yeah, Incisor, you're like willing to get fighty, and it's like, do you not think Patches will get fighty when given the chance? Like,
That's actually a really good point.
Fighting the challenge and challenge the fighting unite.
I will
are
also say,
fighting
sorry,
fever.
something else I learned just because I think it was very funny. I was absolutely 100% like, no, guys, like his claim is legitimate. Like we should talk about this. And everyone's like, no, not really. And now all of a sudden it's like, well, okay, maybe not really. I just thought that was very funny. That's all.
Patches' middle finger followed by the bow.
Yeah, because then he was like, oh, how rude. Oh well. Yeah.
Funny thing is, anyway.
I still have the sunglasses for the record. I'm sure they're just regular ass sunglasses, but I still have them.
They're Ray-Bans.
You do, huh?
Yep. I have something of his.
Oh.
I wonder if there's some stuff we can do with that.
It down. Yeah.
There's some ideas.
Flicker flash them onto his face with a grenade strapped to
Kenwin wasn't at the field. Kenwin is currently figuring out all the raid stuff. Not the raid stuff,
Someone could scry. They have a piece of him. I
He's
think.
figuring out the Mortal Task Force.
Yep.
And when he comes back, he's gonna be like, "Whoa!"
Hey, look! I
whoa."
brought all these cool artists.
Oh yeah, Sophia texts Kenwin to let him know what's going on. Yeah.
Mab's back she's safe at Sophia's quarters. With all the food she could ever need.
Mab is the only one who isn't wanted for treason right now.
Yeah.
She's good.
Nice and safe.
Cut to Mab basically getting into the good liquor in Sophia's apartment.
This is treason. I don't want to be right.
Cut to Mab. She's got two guns trained on the entrance of the apartment. Just ready to go.
It's a good match.
Yeah, I forgot to tell Sophia that I set Mab up.
God damn it.
Look, I've got specialty in firearms gunsmith. I've got to use it for something if it's
No.
not making tiny guns for Mab because I think it would be fucking hilarious.
They twang.
Aiel and Baelor, there's no love lost between those two houses. They might both be unseelie, but prison oranges. It's brewing toilet wine. It's been 15 minutes.
That's the first time I've ever heard toilet wine.
It's so good.
Horrible.
What's happening?
Ow.
Specifically, what's happening on Tuesday?
Oh. Sorry. Tuesday night.
Tuesday, I'm getting really
Oh,
fucked up.
I'm making up for all those drinks I didn't have. Tuesday night, I hope if people are available, they will join me for what I believe will be a brand new Paul Prospero's Paranormal Probe because he's a good kid and we love mysteries around here. I've been really re-inspired by some new members of the Twerkle into being more into the mysteries. Also, Aragwin's whip cracking. Anyway, we did it.
And when would that be?
That would be Tuesday. Yeah, it'd be Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern.
So you are forgoing the Netrunner tournament.
I know, isn't that sad?
Yes.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I guess I could
Stream earlier.
stream earlier and join
Stay
the-
tuned to the Discord. You will get all of the stream details for the week,
Yes, check
including
the Discord
announcements.
and the Twitter.
Wednesday.
Wednesday at 4 p.m. we have Drew Crew. We're continuing the
That I
Scarlet
can
Slipper mystery, and certainly gone in a different direction for this particular book, but I'm excited.
Full-on international spying.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Nice.
On
Anyone else?
Thursday, we're going to continue our talk about player types Redux. We came up with a list
Oh.
of what we wanted to evaluate in terms of players, and we're going to have a look at that specifically. And of course, any of your particular RPG questions or comments, that's going to be on Thursday, most likely at about 4:30 Eastern Daylight Time. Again, Discord's probably the best place to check for that time.
Friday we have Punchy.
Oh,
We're
he's
back to
back.
Horizon Jordan.
Yay.
Although I might devote if I can figure it out, I might devote part of the stream to introducing Scott to the Dark Devotion game because
Oh,
I
shit,
think he
yeah.
would love it.
Why? do you think that?
Yeah, so that's possible. But I don't know if we can switch from PS4 to PC without fucking everything up. We've tried before and it hasn't worked.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Is it me?
Yeah.
It might be me again. You might be able to join me at 3 p.m. Eastern for some more Paranormal Probe or something new. Who knows? But then,
Sunday, we
yeah,
will be back here.
right in this place.
The stunning continuation of these dramatic escapades.
CDE.
It's going to be a time. It's going to be here. It's going to be 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Because frankly, we're barreling towards a conclusion. I'm looking forward to seeing where these guys end up. And I'm also looking forward to seeing where we end up when we take on the one-shots that will take place after the Froyo session. We've got Jane Austen. We've got The End of the World.
Nice.
And then
Probably not the same.
we have mandatory fun.
Yay!
All of that is coming up before our Star Wars Edge of the Empire campaign, which is coming up in our first of the RPG Clinic seasons, which is coming up afterwards. We have to thank She Who Knows 10,000 Things and Entropy's Disciple, Erwin and the Crosshair, both here. Thankfully, now and forever. Of course, also Erwin gifting a whole bunch of subs,
Oh, thank you.
which is always appreciated. We pour all of that right back into this because we just want to bring you the best that we can. And that's why we're not,
What?
using a webcam propped up on a bunch of board games anymore.
Memories.
Although,
All alone in the moonlight. But yeah.
whee!
Gokari Glenross, your cooperation is noted. Even Kate sounds good.
Rude.
Jeez.
Folks,
289.
thankfully I'm able to play with players who I absolutely adore. Thankfully I'm able to play with them in person, although, still at a distance. We're all going to get through this. And there's one way that we can do that. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye!
Bye.
Fuck! Gandalf.